If you have not followed his Triple H Horse Racing podcast, you are missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.
Hello and welcome to episode 33 of Weekend Warriors right here on the HHH Racing Podcast. I'm your very proud host, Howard Kravets, along with contest players, co-hosts, and great friends, Matt Miller and Jackson Muniz, and we are here live on a beautiful Saturday with some fantastic racing, mainly at Keeneland, but also at Laurel for a very big contest there as well. Of course, these awesome contests are brought to you by our great friends right there at TWINSPIRES, and Jackson's got his TWINSPIRES hat on. Gentlemen, a lot going on. Matt, we'll start with you. How are you doing today, sir?
Kind of mixed. I chatted with you a minute before the show. I made a couple of really bad, I don't know if they were betting errors, but they were really bad bets. And I messed myself up real bad in a couple tournaments. The good news is the tournament that I want the most, I'm doing pretty well in right now. But like I said, I'm kind of all out of sorts. So I'm not really sure what to make of things, but I'm glad to be in that position at least.
Well, we're going to get to Jackson right away. You guys hear that sound okay?
Officially in Ivy.
All right, we're going right to Laurel, guys. We're not messing around. It's the Weber City Miss Stakes. The favorite right now is the number 8, Jumping the Gun, number 7, AP's Girl.
Winner of the Beyond
the
the
7, second choice. Looks like it's going to be those two. Either one of you making a play. I know you're both involved in the contest. Matt, you are. Okay, good luck.
I don't mind talking about it. I have one minimum left, and I did a double here. Just a $50 minimum double, starting with the 8 here.
Here's Diamond and Dress.
Okay, so you need the 8. Good luck. The 8 is the class
coming
off a layoff. I like the 7, but not at the price she is at. Let's see what happens with the Weber City Miss. 3-year-old fillies. Mile of 16th, 150K. One of my favorite announcers in the country, Dave Rodman, with the call.
Lined up. And they're off of the Weber City Miss. Jumping the Gun broke just a tad outward. On the rail, Wiretap asks for speed and gives it. 360s out there. Diamond and Dress, a long shot to stoke up the pace as well into the first turn run. As Yeds at Hazelwood has Law School down to the inside. Law School just in third. 360 settles in on the outside of her. They make the way around the turn.
A little wide, but you're in the clear, Matt. I think you want to be in the clear with this horse.
5 lengths from a speed up ahead. And Jumping the Gun on the outside. And Miss Fulton Gal racing.
Yet another gut punch for betting to win at this racetrack.
15 lengths off the
pace. That 8 dropped from 2 to 1 to 6 to 5. Just now.
Wiretap takes them along, and the Weber City Miss leads about a length. From Diamond and Dress in second, Law School still riding the inside from third position. 360 is in fourth. AP's Girl looking to gather momentum in between horses still. And Jumping the Gun on the far outside. Widest of them all in lime green cap. And they are followed by Miss Fulton Gal just in behind that second group. As they round the far turn, Miss Fulton Gal ridden along for more, still 5.5.
Very patient jockey, doesn't want to jump the gun.
Girl is the trailer into the turn. Wiretapped at a 48-second half mile. So 3/8 from home. Wiretapped is the leader. Jumping the Gun moves second on the outside. 360 ridden for more. And down to the inside is AP's Girl, who is in fourth. AP's Girl just in behind the top pair as they turn in, and Jumping the Gun gets the jump. Jumping the Gun turns for home with the lead. Wiretapped is driven. Shifting off the inside, AP's Girl with dead aim. And AP's Girl is coming with run on the outside under Jimmy Graham to take the lead with a furlong left to go. Also from the back of the pack, from way back, is Ivy Girl is closing. Ivy Girl's running a big one to the far outside. Here's Ivy Girl at AP's Girl. Ivy Girl to do it at 25 to 1. AP's Girl was second, then it was Miss Fulton Gal, and then a photo for fourth.
So I had 7-8 in my pick 5 that I started with an 11 to 1 shot. And I had the 5 written down as a B originally, Jackson, and I pulled back a little bit just because I just re-looked and just didn't think the 5 could get there. Okay, wow, that hurts a little bit. Wow, big price there. Ivy Girl, Victor Carrasco. I don't think we saw, well, this is not a Oaks race, but this is a prep, Jackson, into the Black-Eyed Susan. Don't think we saw the Black-Eyed Susan winner here, but really nice ride by Carrasco to tip out and come over the top at 25 to 1 over the two favorites. that could hurt a lot of people in the contest because you'd have to believe a lot of people use only the 7 and 8.
Oh yeah, that's I mean, if you're doing well in a contest, that's a good result probably. I mean, there may be some stabbers from the back that want to do something, but it might be a little bit early for that. And this horse was getting no money on this horse, so I'd have to imagine in the terminology I like to use, money's coming off the board after this thing updates.
Jackson, I couldn't decide whether to go 2 deep or 3 deep in this race, or 2 deep or 3 deep in the the second to last race, because I have a price shot I like there. I wish I reversed it now, but anyway, Your thoughts on that race, Jackson, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, you're doing well, guys. What's going on? Yeah, look, I don't know if the Black Eyed Susan comes up as strong as it once did. I think you just have to look back at the field just last year. I'm not going to be shocked if one of these horses does something in that year's race. Kind of just depends who shows up, but we'll see what the number comes back. The 5 was impressive. I mean, she definitely had the best kick, but you can also make the case that she might have been the only one that really wanted that distance. I think that was a concern for a lot of the horses coming into that race, and kind of played out that way, that a lot of those are going to be better cutting back to 1 turn. Yeah,
I think so. Jumping the gun was a very confident ride, but was wide and just didn't quite have it. Other AP's Girl got a really nice ride by James Graham, but just couldn't see out the distance, was a little bit in between. 148 and change going a mile and a 16th for, what do you think? Well, Matt, I guess if someone took a stab there, the contest could blow up. It's hard for me to believe that someone's going to have that horse in the contest, but we've seen crazier things before.
Agreed. So I'm not counting my chickens or anything, but overall, I would just have to think that's a good result.
I would agree with you. Let's see who we got in the comment. John Judge wanted 360. That was the 4 horse in that race. Sorry, John. We've got Sylvain Pullhouse is here. Hold on a second. Got some things going on. What's up, HHH teams? How you doing? Tanner Hawkins from Indiana is here. What's up, Tanner? Philippe Hernandez. Sup, Matt, Jax, and the boss man. Hey, there's a picture of Philippe. I think it's the first time we've seen the picture of Philippe. What's up, Philippe? Looking sharp there, my man. Nice little patio view here. Chris Walsh is in the chat. Chris Couples is in the chat. Oh boy, ouch. That just happened actually. Amanda's out with both entries. Sorry, Chris. Yikes. Let's see. And Chris just wanted to mention you, Matt, that you probably don't own any chickens, but you might. Oh, they might have hatched already. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, if I did have them, I wouldn't count them.
All right. Let's go to Keeneland, guys. Keeneland race 7. Again, the action's going to come hot and heavy today here, as I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Let me just make sure that we're good here. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Oh, actually, I got dual action going.
Jackson, you have time to fix the picture. Why don't you do that? I can't believe you turned around, acknowledged it was all crooked, and then just left it.
Well, so the issue is I'm not at home. I'm at my friend's house, and they have
so they're going to be furious if you fix that. Yeah,
that's like an apartment-wide office, and I don't know if it's a table that's slanted or if it's the picture.
I actually think you should turn it perpendicular just to see how that works. Anyway, no.
It doesn't move. I can go to the other side. There's the wall's blank.
If you don't feel like you're going to fall over, it's the picture.
Okay. It's absolutely fine, guys. Let's refocus here. Race 7 at Keeneland, allowance optional claiming. This is the start, late pick 5 also, 6 furlongs, 130,000. It's a very small field, Matt. I got to believe a lot of people are playing this in the other contest. And after this race, guys, I will show leaderboards and talk a little more in detail about the contest. What you're talking about, not Willis, just what you're talking about. Jackson and others don't understand. Anyone under 35 probably doesn't get the reference. That's quite okay.
And the irony, we have someone named Jackson on the screen. That's Willis's last name. That's kind of funny.
Exactly. You would think one of these 2 wards are going to win, Jackson. At least that's how I see it. I was very interested in Modus Bestia, very frustrated that the 6 was scratch, but the 2 wards are the 2 favorites here.
I got to be honest. I thought the 7 here was the lock of the day. I just do not see a scenario where he's supposed to lose his race. He is so much better than these horses. If he shows up, he's got the best post. The only thing that gave me concern is I kind of expected Wesley to scratch one of them, and he didn't. That's the only little hiccup I would say, but I really thought this race just rolls through the 7.
My only concern here, Jackson, I mean, definitely the class of the race. Two minor concerns. One is probably better against the New York Reds, duh. Number 2, prep for New York, question mark. I don't know, but should sit a great trip. Is going to sit off, I think, the stablemate. I'm sure the 1's going. I was not a huge fan of the 1, but now with the 6 out, I'm more of a fan. Matt, any thoughts in this race, contest-wise or handicapping-wise?
I think this is a great contest race. You can get value on just about any horse here, whether you're playing exactas or doubles. And yeah, at even money, I almost fell for that. Jacko, you got me hitting my app right now. When you call something that confidently, I listen.
Whoa. What if I were to say I don't like him? Now what do you do, Matt? Let's see, Jackson. Who does he trust more, Jackson?
I'd say, what you talking about, Howard?
No, I don't really have a very strong opinion, to be honest. I think if the 1 gets loose, that might be a problem for the 7. I mean, I guess that's not really being creative on my thought there. It feels now the small feel. I guess the 3's got speed also. I don't know. The break is going to be huge here. The 7's the horse to beat, no doubt about it. Let me go and bring on the sound here because Kurt Becker, actually, they're not quite lined up yet. Guys, thankfully, they're lining up now. Thankfully, the rain is sort of held off, which is fantastic at Keeneland. Very happy about that. Let's see if we get Kurt Becker. Let me know if you guys hear this when it.
Kalahari Dreams.
All right.
And then Keep It Easy.
All good. All right, Jacko.
If the 7 makes a run the lane, Matt, feel free to yell Willis, Willis, Wills.
What you talking about? Last one, walking up.
I try not to react too much to races.
Good luck, everyone, in race 7 at Keeneland, and then we'll reset the stage with some contest leaderboard information, etc. 4 to 5 on what you're talking about, Willis.
They're ready to go.
They are at the post.
And they are off, and problems coming out of the gate. Keep It Easy, unseated the rider. Keep It Easy, number 4, unseated the rider coming out of the starting gate. Up front, here's the early battle for the lead. You've got Floodlights there to the inside, who puts ahead in front. Can Do Andrew will go second.
With this setup, Jackson, the 7 should be 1 to 9
Kalahari
right now.
Dreams against the rail, who's third by just a neck.
I probably just
and what you're talking
him,
about is 4th to the outside of that one as these 4 work their way over to the far turn. Floodlights is the leader. Floodlights leads it by just a neck on the turn. Can Do Andrew second by a length and a half. What you talking about? Circles up toward the outside from third by just
4
a
to
neck.
5, Matt.
Kalahari Dreams
Nothing
is
wrong with
4th
that.
back toward the inside as they work their way off the turn to the top of the stretch. Floodlights is the leader against the rail by less than 1 length. Here comes What You Talking About, swinging up to the far outside with Can Do Andrew in between that pair, and Kalahari Dreams going to look toward the rail from 4th as What You Talking About has a head in front. Floodlights is fighting on gamely to the inside. These 2 pass the 8th pole. Floodlights regains the lead by a neck. What You Talking About tries to find more. These 2 into the final furlong, a gap of 5 more lengths back to Kalahari Dreams in 3rd, and then Can Do Andrew 4th. Floodlights drawing clear now. Floodlights put to the test and responded to the stretch, and Floodlights wins it for John Velasquez. What You Talking About was home second, then it was Kalahari Dreams in 3rd, and Can Do Andrew 4th.
When I see faces of good friends and hosts on the show that are not happy, even though that helps me a little bit, I'm much more disappointed for Jackson, who obviously needed the 7. Floodlights, 22-1. It was actually a relatively slow middle half to 46, but pressured the whole way. What you're talking about, 0 excuses, Matt. I mean, he ranged up, absolutely 0 excuses. I'm not going to say it was a prep or I was right. I didn't have an opinion here. I just didn't love the 7 as much as maybe it looked. Floodlights, the fresh face, wins
Trainer Wesley
relatively
Ward goes
convincingly,
1-2.
I would
Looked
say,
like what you're
based on the
talking about
situation.
was just going to carry that momentum.
Matt.
Yeah, I got admittedly distracted.
Okay.
Chris Couples just put in the chat that someone, in fact, did have that bomb at Laurel, and holy cow, did they have that bomb?
Yep.
Oh boy,
that contest is over.
Really? You mean for first?
Oh, for first, that's correct. At $9,100, no one's going to go chasing that. That's just ridiculous. So sorry for getting distracted, but
no, that's all right.
That just hit me like a brick on the side of the head.
Jackson, I hate to do this to you, buddy, but I mean, you're on the show here as a co-host.
Yeah.
You want to talk about what, not the race, but what betting wise that hurts you with, or would you rather not?
With Keeneland or Laurel?
Keeneland.
Keeneland, I played some doubles. I was worried that the horse would go off at like 1-2 once the gates opened. He didn't, so I probably could have bet him at 4-5, but no excuse. If I wish he could have done something different, I wish he was a little more forward than he was early on. Don't think it mattered in the end. He had every opportunity to go by, and he didn't. So just was wrong, and all right, move on.
Jackson, you're historically relatively stoic on this show. Was that frustration because of what happened with Laurel when someone made the big bet? Or I mean,
it was like
at the BCB. I mean, look, you don't have to express your emotions in front of everyone, but that was clearly something's bothering you, Jackson. We care, my friend. We care.
Well, so it was like, okay, this horse got beat. I could tell, like, the 16th pole, he got beat. I click on the refresh the other tournament page, and then saw that, and like that was a brutal 4-second period.
Yeah.
Like just boom, boom.
And then I got Howard asking me a question. It's like, what? Like, hold on, what? Like,
Oh wait, I'm sorry to ask my co-host a question. My bad. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just go solo here today. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. All right. Well, instead of boring you with stupid questions, let's just go right to leaderboard, guys. And what Matt's talking about, there's 2 contests. Let's reset the stage for everyone. Again, Howard Kravets, Matt Miller, Jackson Muniz, Weekend Warriors. Please gather the family around. Anyone who loves horse racing or contest play, please check us out as we have many views coming in, people joining us. Please join the live chat. We got a lot to talk about, like Brad Anderson. That cheers up everyone. Brad Anderson, what's up, crew? How you doing? Thanks, Brad, for joining the show. Let's go ahead and talk about the 2 contests. There's one at Laurel. It's the Preakness Preview. It was a $500 entry. Let me just go to the I was actually going to show the tournament page, but I don't want to do that because I've got Matt. You can talk about the details here. Let's just go to the leaderboard right now. And wow, Joe Orello just went up 32 spots. Matt and Jackson, I don't know at this point of a contest with 3 races left. We've seen someone with this kind of total and this kind of lead. I wouldn't say it's over, but oh my goodness, let's see what he did here. He just had 100. Actually, wow, he boxed the 5-7 exacta, which look, how do I criticize someone who just came with a 25-1? Joe, if you ever hear this, I would recommend you never, ever, ever again box a 6-5 with a 25-1. Anyway, that being said, it actually worked out a million times better for him than if he hadn't Dutched it, Matt. But anyway, he had the box and then he had a win on the 5. He is up to $9,100. And as you talk about that play, Matt and Jackson, if you could tell everyone what's on the line in this contest at Laurel today, Matt.
Sure. So this is kind of a different one. This has prize money and it has 5 seats. 2 of them are Breeders' Cup betting challenge seats. 3 of them are NHC seats. I think I saw in the rules, it basically says we'll go to number 1 and ask them which one they want. Presumably, I mean, I can't imagine that not being the $10,000 seat. So top 5, getting 5th, you get an NHC seat. I'm trying to find the email quickly and I'm not, oh, there it is. First prize also gets a little over $12,000 in cash. That drops precipitously to $6,400 for second, $4,300 for third. It pays all, you guys know my views on this, but it pays all the way out to 10th place for $584. I'm not sure the point of that, but okay, I certainly, if I end up there, I'm not going to turn that away. So bottom line is we're playing for 5 seats and we're playing for some cash at the top. It's a top heavy structure. And yeah, it's just disappointing when in a top heavy structure, someone just goes flying to the top. I mean, just doing quick, rough math. What is that? Like 18.5 times your starting bankroll of 250?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot.
37, isn't it?
What did they start with? 250?
250 to 10 grand is 40. So
That's 40.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Almost
not
30,
500,
38,
it's 250.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's it was that over bet. Yeah. But okay. I mean, how much tinkering is the person supposed to do? These were only $100 bets. So they could have taken him to 80 or 70 or whatever. But the bottom line is that was just a very winning opinion. And yeah, nice job, Joe.
Unbelievable. Matt, you are in third. I don't want to bury the lead here. You're doing great right now in third with 21.45. And Jackson, you're doing well also at 11.72 in 14th. Jackson, let me go to you. Based on what just happened, are we only folks now on top 5?
Second. I would love to target second place, get that second BC seat, and if I just happen to fall short, okay, I'll take the NHC, I guess.
Good point.
Playing for BC.
Well, I'm very much in the mix, Jackson. Very much in the mix there. Look, this is a fun show. We talk about obviously horse racing, handicapping strategy. Matt, I've got to bring this up because if I don't, I think I'm doing a disservice to everyone. Okay. First of all, let's just call it like it is. Amazing call by Joe to come with those two horses together. Amazing. Joe, again, if you listen to this, applaud everything, win bet, like amazing. I want to talk about the exacta though. Okay. There's no argument with what I'm about to say with all due respect to Joe and everyone else. And Matt, you know what I'm going to say. If it had come 7-5, which in theory was more likely, and it's only $100 bet, so it's a $200 bet. Okay. But every dollar matters. It should have probably been Dutched about, 160, 7-5, 45, 7, so that it would pay the same. Because if it had come 7-5, Matt, obviously this entire leaderboard will look completely different. That being said, it's an amazing call, like I said, but to say that boxing is okay with a 25-1 and a 7-5, sure, he can do whatever he wants, but mathematically speaking, and I'm a math teacher, so I apologize to everyone. It's just, I don't want to say it's not smart, but it's not the best use of the $200. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a little bit of a counter argument, but the counter argument does fall apart. But it's clear his top pick was the 5, and he's allowed.
Well, then why not go more 5-7?
Maybe he was actually happy with the desired with the likely payoffs.
Okay.
And said, yeah, this is consistent
Just
with
saying.
my opinion. I would have still said to him if he was sitting with me, yo, dude, you gotta hit that 7-5 harder. It's just not going to pay enough, and you'll have been so close to something amazing. But I wouldn't have talked to him if he wants to say I like the 5 a real lot, so I want to make sure to have him on top. You don't have to Dutch equally, but I think if that had come in 7-5, he would have been very frustrated with what almost was.
Right, that's all I'm saying. Like I said, I mean, unbelievable. And I thought I was at the 5 I was interested in. I'm not going to show my legal pad here because then, oh wait, Matt, we're not going to have to worry about a camera if I show my legal pad. I can show my legal pad, but I don't need to do that. Can we also mention John Zielinski?
Yeah.
Fascinating, Jackson. Based on the fact he's got the same total, I mean, you have to believe he has 2 entries playing exactly the same way. We see this in pick and pray once in a while. We do not see that very much in live money. That is, not only is he doing well, but that is one risky play, but it's working out unbelievably for him. So congratulations to John up to this point.
I believe he played exactas in race 8, the turf sprint. You can't see it now with this leaderboard, but I did look when he won. I want to say it was a 3x4. I could be wrong about that. He had a few horses in exacta, and it went like 12-1 over 5 or 6-1. So it paid really well. He did it in both entries, and a second ago he was the one I was terrified of with $2,000 and 2 entries.
Oh yeah.
So now there's a few people to be a little worried about. Yeah.
Let's go on to actually let's quickly show the other leaderboard. I apologize for that. Here's the other contest you see on the right side of the screen. I need to update it. This is Keeneland, $1,000 entry, KDBC on the line. Several of them. Let's see what the prizes are here. Hold on one second.
Holy cow, 85 entries. That is a big, big number. That's
they don't have it official yet. Sorry, Matt. They don't have an official. How many? 1 for every 10?
Yeah.
So 8 entries. Eight KDBC seats. And here's the leaderboard right now. Blake DeSalle. I'm not sure that's a name I've seen, Matt. I don't know about you or Jackson. Is in the lead with 2207. Frank Bustari's in 6th. Did either one of you participate in this contest? Clay Sanders is the bubble boy right now. He's on the at the end there with 1509. Did either one of you get involved with the Keeneland contest today?
I did, and flamed out quickly. I don't even remember. I mean, literally race 1. I believe it was close. I don't even remember what I did, but I know I had doubles, and I can't remember if I hit the first half and missed the second half, but they paid well, and they would have put me into a terrific spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mind in one of those short fields taking one of those chances. That's one of those races, though, that I really, really misbet. There was a clear third horse, in my opinion, or extra horse I should have had, and I just didn't bet it on the side. I got just way too confident in what I was playing in the tournament, and I kind of lost my broader focus. And okay, so I get, getting knocked out, everyone gets upset. It's a lot easier when you're cashing something on the side, and okay, I blew it. So be it.
Okay. I just played one entry in one contest. It was the Keeneland one. Same thing, Matt. I loved the 2 in the first race. He was even money in a 5-horse field was awful.
Awful.
Took the lead, had nothing in the stretch. My day was done. I'm not going to buy another one. I had a great weekend last weekend. I'm not going to start throwing money away. I shouldn't say throw money away, but I'm not going to start playing contests unnecessarily for me. And I'm sort of hosting a show for 2 hours and don't want to involve with pressing that many buttons. Let's get to the next race, Jackson. Let's put our handicaps on. It is the Henry Clark. This is a preview or the local prep for the dinner party, which is sort of the highlight turf race on Preakness Day. I got to tell you guys something, too. I don't mind Pimlico. I don't know about you, Jackson. I love the Laurel turf course. It's wide. It's expansive.
Mm-hmm.
Matt reminds me of Arlington. There's nothing wrong with Pimlico, but it was very tight turns. The way the camera angles were, very low angle was weird. I really enjoy watching and betting turf racing at Laurel. Cruise the Nile, to me, right now is to me, shocking, honestly. 8 to 5 right now, just drifted up. One on the lead last time at Gulfstream. I know he's good, but you know what? There's other speed in here. I don't understand why he's that low price when he got loose last time on a course that we know is speed favoring. There's other speed in here. It is a Grand Motion. He's lightly raced. A J-Bred, by the way. Shout out to Patrick Hunzel and Ryan Mistretta. I suppose he can win. I like Neat here if he gets the setup. I saw Neat run last time at Fairgrounds. Neat at 3-1. The 8-horse Jackson is a spot play. What say you?
Yeah, I'm with you on the favorite here. I'm not wildly against him. I just think he's overbet. He against this field, he's not proven. He has to run without Lasix. He also got 3 pretty really favorable trips in his last 3 races that he does not project to get today. So from all those angles, he's not a favorite that I would endorse. The problem is this race is absolutely wide open after him because you can make a case for 5, 6, 7 horses, and I'm not going to be surprised if any of them win. You mentioned Neat's certainly win candidate. I picked Baby Max, the 11 on the far outside, who's a bit of a long shot in this race.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's kind of getting left alone because it's a turf lay for him. But I thought he ran really well in all 3 of those races, and he might have won that stake 2 back against Anna Marie with a better time move. Obviously, it's a big question mark. Is he able to translate his form over to the turf course? But if he does, at that price, I think he's a little dangerous in here.
I don't argue. Kelsey Danner is she's so dangerous. She's been a little bit cold lately, to be very honest, but she's dangerous. I'm just looking at my own pick 5. I went up my sort of sneaky horse in this race for a long shot is the 2. I thought there was a bunch of speed in this race. We also will talk about the 1 in a second for Kyle, but Naptown should not be 22-1. He's faced good horses. It's second off the layoff. I guess I don't think he's a sin horse. He's got numbers that aren't that far off. Guys, only lost 4 lengths to Notable Speech, for God's sakes, in the Woodbine Mile. He was literally 100-1. For something underneath, I would throw Naptown in there. And Jax, let's talk about Vote No for our good friends at Crownsway Racing. Kyle Roscoe has a small piece of this horse, I believe, ownership-wise. Getting back to what he wants to do, which is probably lay off the pace, was in 2 impossible spots in actually 2 of the last 3 starts. Last time just didn't really fire. They gave him a break. Kelsey Danner, this is the other Kelsey. I don't think Vote No is impossible, at least make a dent in this race.
Yeah, he's another one that's supposed to get a setup in here. I just wonder for him, his last 2 races haven't been good. I know they used different tactics last time, especially last time, I should say.
Yeah.
I just do wonder whether he's actually this good at this distance. I think he's best going the 1.5 miles, a mile and 3/8. And he does have that big giant win in Indy, but it also came with a huge setup that day. And I just think if he does get that huge setup in this spot, there are better closers than him. But
I would agree with
he's
that.
15-1. I mean, who am I to talk you off of a 15-1 shot?
No, I mean we can talk people off. I'm real good at that. There projects to be a fast pace here, which is why I'm interested in the 1 and the 2
Right.
a little bit, at least underneath the 11. I'll tell you what, Jackson, if Baby Max can tuck in mid-pack right there and save some ground, I'm sure he'd be very happy. I put a small win bet on Neat. He's a quirky horse. He's had some. You mentioned, I believe, very astutely on the. You guys, Pacific Horse Player cover. No, Oaklawn. I'm sorry. I heard you or someone talk about Neat in terms of the trips. That was you, right? You were on that show.
Yeah,
no? Okay.
That horse is
the crossover weeks messed me up here, guys. Go ahead, Jackson.
That horse last summer was like the talk of the town at Saratoga because it was just 3 back-to-back of the most ridiculous trips you'll ever see. And then he finally had a decent trip and he was a complete no-show. So just one of those strange horses that on his best day, he's going to be right there. It's just, I don't know how much you're supposed to trust him.
I thought he ran well at Fairgrounds. I didn't bet him that day because Atris is not very good off the layoff at all, Matt. So this is second off the layoff. It's a little weird. Well, it's not weird. He went back to New York, got 2 works in, just maintenance works. He's 7-2. So I think that's fair value on Neat to me. Baby Max, you're getting 13-1, Jackson on the 11. Any play, you don't have to say what you're doing, but is this a contest play for you guys? We're only down to 3 races now.
I'm thinking about it. It definitely won't be an all-in or anything, but at that price, I don't need to do anything crazy. Like if he wins and I have a couple $100 on him, that puts me in a second. So we'll see.
The Tesio, I think the Tesio is pretty wide open. That's the next race. Some people might disagree. And the last race is a 5.5 furlong turf, tricky race. Although I do like a horse in particular as they're walking on the turf course. Matt, is this a play or a sit for you?
This is a sit. I was happy to see this race where it was, and I'm glad to see Cruise the Nile getting a whole bunch of money. Makes it a lot easier to just sit here and watch. And yeah, I'm going to just hope for chaos and one person not to hit it for $9,000 again.
I've got 1, 2, 5, 8 in my pick 5. People are saying, Howard, why are you talking about it? You've already lost a leg. The way this pick 5 is going, 4 out of 5 could pay. So I don't think I'm dead out of the pick 5 right now. If I get the last 3 legs, I'm going to really be frustrated with my ticket construction there. But look, that's the way it goes. I didn't spend a lot. As they are behind the gates, actually they're walking behind the gate. Jackson, I gotta tell you, I don't understand this even money. I maybe some Grand Motion love. I mean, he's obviously a Maryland. They know him best in Maryland. The numbers don't say he should be that, although he could improve off that last. I want to see him rate, and finish against better horses. And I would never take even money to find that out.
Yeah, the issue is obviously Matt talked about it a couple of times earlier today. Like with Laurel, there is a lot of late money that's going to come in, and I don't think he's going to be even money come post time. I think the CWs will correct it. He'll be favored. Don't get me wrong, but he'll probably be closer 2-1 once the gates open.
Chuck Brower, 42.81, arriving late. HHH crew. Let's print some money. Does that mean we get to keep the money, Chuck, or we just want to print it? Because I'd like to keep the money that I print too. But I like that picture, Chuck, with the horse there at the barn. Very nice. Our fans are awesome, Matt. I can't say enough about it.
Oh, you see when we see the names in the chat, you literally see our faces smile like, oh yeah, here's your friend. That's kind of fun to have him there. So yeah. And by the way, just to point it out at Laurel, now 4-5. Equine Edge did have the horse at 7-5 in its own morning line. So okay, that makes me a little less surprised by this, but still not it's just certainly if I'm playing cash, I couldn't imagine hauling off on this one.
Yeah, well, he ran a big number last time, and I think he beat next out. Let's see, who did he? I'm trying to remember. There was something in particular I remember seeing. I'm just looking. Oh yeah, he beat Burnham Square. Okay, and Chapman's Peak, but Burnham Square a complete prep in my opinion. Chapman's Peak, that's a legitimate horse who just won at Keeneland. So he's coming out of a live race. I don't know. I'm not saying the horse can't win, but I don't think the value's there on this horse. We'll see. I'm sure Matt would not want to see the 7 win here at 4-5. Let's bring on the sound here. And the sound is on. We should be hearing from Dave Rodman very shortly as they're about to line up in the gate. The rails are out a little bit. Obama almost won the previous turf race, by the way.
Runners beginning to load. Vote no.
There we go.
Post one with Michael Sanchez.
Good luck to
Jewel.
Kyle Roscoe and Crownsway Racing with Vote
Naptown.
No, who honestly should not be
Hold
18 to
out.
1 in this race. That's
Coming up
crazy.
next,
I think he should be like 10.
Cruise the Nile. Cruise the Nile at 4 to 5 on the board. After that,
I sat. Well, just wait. Yeah.
Speedy Bartlett.
I like that decision, even though I have no idea what your true handicap picking it on the
followed
11.
by
This is a
11.
tricky race, Jackson. I like that
Gray
decision.
coming up.
Yeah. The problem is the next two are tricky as well. So.
Meet.
True.
Fourth and last year's edition of
I have a
Montage Clark
cheeky
Stakes.
opinion in the next race at Laurel. If you know
Mischievous
my
Angel.
history lately with betting 3-year-old boys going 2 turns,
Second for the
you know I've got
outside,
a bomb
Baby
that I'm
Max.
interested in. That
Victor
is on
Glasgow
our
looking
tip
for
sheet,
another
by the
long
way.
shot winner.
No secret. All right, we'll be quiet. Let Dave Rodman with the call.
One to load in a field of 11. The Henry S. Clark
Good
Stakes.
luck, everybody.
1 mile on the Laurel lawn. Turf is firm. On Preakness preview day.
4, 5, and
One,
10
Baby
should be
Max.
going to the lead. Watch the
Just
4,
a bit
5, and
hesitant.
10.
Baby Max. In the meantime, Cruise the Nile is even money. Holding is a firm favorite. One more try with Baby
5
Max.
to 1 on neat. I don't mind that at
Others
all.
standing
guys.
well. Open the front of the gate there for Baby Max.
It's gonna need the right trip.
No issues going right in.
6 to 5.
Lined up. And they're off into Henry S. Clark Stakes. Bartlett going to flash that speed, and Bartlett is in front. And a gang of 4 chasing on.
Vote no,
Mischievous
steady
Angel
back
on the
hard,
outside
guys.
stood up some paces well into the turn. No king size, had to steady there.
And
As they move
Neat just
around the
went
turn,
out to the
a little
grandstand.
wide
What
out in
is
the
this?
turn was Neat, who's at the back of the pack. Some
This
issues
horse
there.
is so damn
Around
goofy.
that turn, and it's Bartlett leading the way. A length and a quarter in front from Mischievous Angel second. The Gray Horsepower's in third. Another 2 lengths back. And King Size is tracking in the clear from fourth. Hold out and a firm hold there in fifth position. Only a half dozen lengths from the speed. Cruise the Nile, the favorite. Now tips to the clear about the 3 path. Down the back stretch run. Then in between horses, Baby Max looking to take off 2 is of 7 or 8 lengths from the front. Naptown racing to the back.
Segura, who are we rooting for?
And Vote No is back there too with Sherlock's Jewel. 11 lengths will cover front to back.
Vote
The
No
open
is
quarter,
getting-
23 and 2
oh
and a
my
half, and
Lord.
46 and 3. Bartlett is
What
in
a trip
charge, trying
Vote
to
No's
carry
getting.
that speed. And the Henry S. Clark Stakes leads at 3/4 of a length. Mischievous Angel been in full pursuit from second all throughout. Horsepower's third down to the inside. King Size racing in fourth position. Then it's Hold Out down to the rail, only 5 from the front. Cruise the Niles has to kick
Horsepower's
out
a winner
wide
if
in
he
the
gets
course.
out,
They're
I
into the
think.
stretch with Bartlett leading the way. Bartlett trying to steal it all the way. Bartlett by 2. Horsepower giving a good game chase, and now up to even terms. A furlong left to go, and Cruise the Niles unleashed late on the far
Oh,
outside.
wow.
Cruise the Nile, high gear on the far outside. Horsepower, Cruise the Nile, final finish. Cruise the Nile from Horsepower second, and then it was Bartlett third and a funnel for fourth.
A roughly run Henry Clark Cruise the Nile, I didn't really think would have a late kick. Came over the top of Horsepower, who got a very good trip, 133 and 4. Cruise the Nile, I guess we saw why he was low odds, 6 to 5. But again, he won by a neck at 6 to 5. Again, just not the kind of bet I would like to make. But anyone who's got Cruise the Nile, this horse really came on late in the lane. This is an up and comer, guys. I think we're going to see this horse in some nice stake races this summer, Matt.
I agree. That was a wicked. I love those freight train kind of moves where visually it just. And I understand that the horses could only run a certain speed, but visually, sometimes it's just stunning, and that was a great one. So, okay,
Very good.
6 to 5. Equine Edge had him at 7 to 5. So, pretty close. Yeah, and as far as Neat and Vote No, that was just a bloodbath in the back there.
Well,
Vote No, must have checked 6 times.
I thought Vote No finished like 5th, I think. Or the top 2 obviously, were way ahead, but Vote No actually ran an okay race. Like Kyle right now, I don't think we should get him on the screen. I think he might be extremely frustrated right now. I didn't use the 7 in the pick 5. I just didn't want to use him. It's fine. That actually will probably guarantee the pick 5 payout. 7-5 could be a very popular exacta in this contest, Jackson. I don't know how you guys feel. Probably not feeling great right now. I'm not suggesting you guys made a mistake by passing. Just that's the way these contests go, right, Jackson? Sometimes you play a race and you crush it. You skip a race and other people crush it. These are decisions that have to be made.
Yeah, and that's not even a contest thing. That's just a playing the races thing. You're going to pass on a lot of winners, and you should be passing on a lot of winners when you think that the price is too low. And I wasn't wildly against a 7. I just thought 6-5 was kind of ridiculous. Maybe I feel a little silly in hindsight because he looked damn good winning that race. But yeah, whatever. We got 2 more races that I feel better about than that one, and we'll take our shot and we'll see what happens.
I like that attitude. By the way, your Baby Max finished 5th. I wasn't watching. Did he have trouble on the turn? He sort of made a middle move. Ran fine. Ran fine. Yeah. All right, let's go to Keeneland, guys.
Just super. That turf course is narrow. I'm surprised they ran 11 horses on it. That was. I mean, you can see the gate. The gate was barely wide enough to fit the whole field. That was tough for closers to make up ground.
No doubt. And the rails were out, like you said. That's why the course itself is like 1,000 feet wide, but you're right. Usually they limit the number of horses. I'm guessing 11 is probably the maximum number. All right, let's go to Keeneland, guys, because we got to talk about the next race at Keeneland, which is race 8. A really fun turf allowance, $140K is the purse, 5.5 furlongs, turf sprint. The morning line favorite was the number 11 Rest Me Red, and right now, wow, the number 1 Troubleshooting, who I know a lot of people like every podcast I listened to this week liked Troubleshooting. Well, sure enough, Troubleshooting is 5-2 on the rail. Do you have an opinion of this race, Jackson, quickly?
On mute. I like the 2 horse a little bit. Another bomb for you guys. We've got bombs all day, I guess.
I like it.
This is the horse that, if you look at his last 3 races, he's run very well. And the most recent race, especially, he finished second to a horse called Litigation, and in third was a horse named My Boy Prince. And it wasn't like he had a fluky performance in that race. He ran really well. The race 2 back, he had so much trouble. You're supposed to just throw it out. It never happened. The 3 back number puts him right there against his group as well. So it feels like he's 20-1 because of the trainer. If this was a horse trained by Brad Cox, he'd be 4-1. And these are the horses I'm always trying to bet because they get left alone on the toe board, like what's happening right now.
I looked at him carefully because I saw the race coming out of Litigation. I was like, ooh, I mean, he was 100-1 in that race. But look, I'm not going to talk you off of full disclosure. I'm trying to think what I did here. I do not have a spot play, Matt. I do like Works For Me, the number 6, a little bit. This is a complete skip race for me. I'm 5 deep in the turf pick 3, and I'm also 5 deep in the late pick 5. This is just a wide open race to me, and I don't even feel that confident about it. Is this Matt, I'm sorry to ask you guys this. Either one of you in this contest, the Keeneland contest? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. In that case, I think we should just go right to the video here if we can. Let me take that off the screen. Let me just mess around here, see what we got here. Yep, they're going to the gate.
Some weird betting here. The 1, 6, and 11 are all jumbled up between the double and the pick 3. So you can't really tell who's the favorite. One is in one pool, one is in the other. The other splits them in both. So I would guess the 6 is going to come down a little bit in odds, but
Silent Heart
I didn't have much of an opinion here.
A lot of people with similar thoughts here. I love to see Trish Smith in the chat. Stinson, I hope you're right. I have the 8 on the turf pick 3 and the late pick 5. Another synthetic horse, Jackson, coming from Turfway. Maybe doesn't class up, but is in very good form. We'll see what happens here.
Coming in hot.
Here we go.
Arrest Me Red.
Race 8 at Keeneland, right on the HHH Racing Podcast.
Going in, they're at the post. And they are off. Run Carson broke in a tangle and is last for the move up the backstretch. There goes Full Disclosure, Silent Heart, my own to the outside, and Troubleshooting away 4th to the inside. Works For Me comes away running in 5th. In between horses, Seminole Chief moves up 1 spot from 6th on the outside to Bob. His 7th down toward the inside. Run Carson moves up from last into the 8th spot as they head onto the far turn. Coming in hot, that Arrest Me Red is wide at the back as they head onto the turn. Silent Heart has the lead from between horses. Now starts to get over to the rail, save some ground around that far turn, and leads it it by a length and a half. My Own outward from the rail, second, a half length. Full Disclosure goes third. Troubleshooting fourth is 5 lengths off the lead. DeBob has 6 to make up and is down toward the
3 and
inside.
6 are
A
loaded.
quarter mile to
can
go.
get
They
out.
turn for home. Silent Heart is the leader. Silent Heart leads it by 3 lengths. My Own, and then Troubleshooting who switched to the outside. And DeBob's going to try to come up the inside and find some running room there to the inside. A Full Disclosure.
Please
They got to
run
catch
this horse
Silent Heart.
down.
Here comes Works for Me.
Come on, Works for
down
Me.
the
Angle
outside.
out.
Troubleshooting is diving toward the inside. They come Troubleshooting. Works for Me on the outside. These
Either
two
one.
come to the front and begin battling it out to the wire. Works for Me and Troubleshooting in today's 8th race.
I almost celebrate. The one came back, guys. I think it Works for Me wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Works for Me.
Me too. Nice.
Boy, that 7 really took a lot of money. They know. They always know. I didn't like the
Photo
7
for
at
the
all.
win.
this
All
race.
tickets.
Really good
Another
ride.
tight finish here at
by-
Keeneland Racecourse.
oh,
as
Pratt,
it's
what a
the
shocker.
Bob up against the rail. You've got the number 7 horse out in the front, and at this point in time, Silent Heart off the long leg.
Sort of hung a little bit though, and the 1 really came on late. I think our good friend Noah Maurer liked the 1, if I recall. It was. I think might have been. I think that was. Oh boy, I think Works for Me won. I think Troubleshooting was the play of the day for Noah Maurer on our Keeneland Power Picks guys. Yeah, just barely. It looks like the 6-1 at 9-2. We're watching the replay here. A comfortable nostril. Yes, I'll call it a comfortable nostril. Matt and Jackson. Really nice ride. Oh, the 4 actually sort of broke through the gate there a little bit. My 8 gave me a little bit of a cheap thrill. DeBob had some trouble. DeBob is a playback, Jackson, by the way. The 3 had a ton of horse. They had to go way to the inside there. He's a nice horse. He'll be better next time. I'm not sure where actually he's going to run. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he had a lot of horse, and it looked like he got through on the rail in the stretch and kind of idled. I would have to watch the head on to see if he got stopped or anything, because sometimes when the rails are out, it can be a little deceiving. But it looked like he had a chance if he was good enough. But those top 2 were well clear, and I got to tell you that I know the 6 horse got the job done, but Troubleshooting he might be a really nice horse. He did not have to win today. It was off the bench. He's better going further than 5.5. He might have turned a corner going forward, and he was pretty good at 3.
Trish, there you go, Trish. That Works for Me. Nice job, Trish. 9-2. Excellent. Gary Slayton, good job, Howard. 1, but was cheering for Jackson's 2 for win in place. You got to be happy with the start, Jackson, until the 7 engaged, and then you're like,
He got a cheap perfect track. I mean, he was showed speed, and then he set the pocket. He just wasn't good enough. That's fine. He was 25-1. We're going to take some stabs.
Yeah, fun race. I wonder, was Troubleshooting that big favor in the double, Matt?
No, it was one of the.
No, see, that's crazy. Can you talk about what's going on here, Matt? You were talking about it. Works for Me was the favorite and went off at 9-2. But Troubleshooting was, I can do the math,
but not
exactly 33% more. Exactly within cents. I mean, it's not even that close. Works for Me 1468. Troubleshooting 2151. Should we bring up the 3-letter word, Matt? We have to.
Well, go look at the pick 3 first.
Pick 3s. There we go.
Because it's all different.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yep. Jackson's talked about this with the new camera. There we go. The pick 3, actually, Troubleshooting was the pretty heavy favorite. So what? Oh, there we go. Okay, it adjusted. New camera, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going to be
light.
So, Matt, talk about that situation quickly for the viewers and listeners at home.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it a little bit before the race, just to say this was a situation where the multi-race bets leading into the race revealed different favorites, and those are pari-mutuel pools. They're based on betting, and so it just shows that between the race before and the race before that, the public still couldn't make up their mind who was going to be the favorite in this race. And okay, 9-2 seemed about right. It was a wide open race, so I do think the confused betting probably was accurate to be confused, if that makes any sense.
Yes, I think it actually does make sense. Let me see here, guys. I'm just looking here. information. Okay, no problem. From Jackson will be back in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to take them off the screen. Jackson will be back, and we're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, in about 10 minutes from now. I think after the next race. So, Matt, we're down to 2 races left in the big contest, and you have some consternation that you are, a little dilemma here, obviously. I'm trying to bring up the race because the next race is a fascinating one. It's the Federico Tesio. This is the prep for the Preakness, the local prep for the Preakness. We often see the winner or second place finisher go to the Preakness in this race. There's really no one that special in here. I have a horse that I am very, very interested in, Matt. And I'm going to say it right now, not quite as interested as I was with Grittiness and Otino. And anyone that watches this show or follows our tip sheet knows exactly what I'm talking about. The last 2 months, Matt, if I could just toot my own horn for a second, I've tipped off some complete bombs underneath in these 3-year-old prep races, and I've done it successfully. I think Courting would have been there too in the wood if he hadn't had a lot of trouble, but if and buts, candy and nuts. This horse that I like today, which is on the tip sheet, I don't like as much, but I just think is a very, very interesting horse. And he's not a huge price. And I'm talking about, let me bring up the field right now in the Federico Tesio. I'm talking about the number 7, Classic Nofty. This is a PA bred for Phil Schoenthal and Forrest Boyce, who was 15-1 morning line. Matt, he is getting bet down to 10-1. This is a very lightly raced horse who, let me go ahead and bring up the PPs and give a short explanation. Let's get Cruise the Nile off the screen there. Well, let me first go to the pace situation. It should be fast. Whoop, I got to show it on the screen. It should be fast, Matt. There's a bunch of horses that are coming out of similar races. I don't think it's going to be blazing. The 2 most likely winners in this race, the 2 and the 10, should be Ford. Taj Mahal will definitely be Ford from the outside. And Volendam for Maker will probably be Ford, although he did rate a little bit in his win at Turfway's debut. But I think he'll be Ford. There's others that want to be Ford as well. The 7 horse, Matt, faced a lot of these horses last time. Now, the replay, there's really nothing to show, so I'm not going to show the replay. It was a Colonial. It was a good track, but I would say it was speed favoring, actually, to be very honest. That whole week, if you remember, we saw crazy fast times at Colonial. It was only his second start. He was coming on late against a lot of these same horses and ran very well. Now, he's got to stretch out another 8th. He's facing a better field. There's just not a lot of horses in this race, Mr. Miller, that want to close. And when you go a mile and 1/8, it just feels like this race could clunk up a little bit, similar to the Philly race that we saw. Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't put a win bet on Classic Nofty, but you're guaranteed after I'm done talking here, I will take out my phone. I'm definitely playing this horse underneath versus Tri-Key, probably just with the 2 and the 10, but you can still definitely get paid because I'm going to use some other ones here. Look for Classic Nofty to make a run late. I don't know if he can win. I used them on the my dead pick 5, and I probably should use that other bomb instead. But I'm a little bit interested in Classic Nofty here, Matt, at a price underneath. I know not the kind of play you like to make, but it's been successful for me.
No, I do like those plays. I also took something else from what you just said, that you were pretty quick to then just concede the race to the 2 and the 10. So that's personally what I just got out of that myself in terms of the way I play. Mm-hmm. I like that play quite a bit with a 10 horse race. You're going to get paid. And I would say, for Dutching purposes, it's really only if it's the 2 and the 10 that come in with the 7, those, some combination of that would be a pretty bad combo, but otherwise you got a bunch of price shots on the board there. So yeah, you could get paid pretty well.
The only one I didn't mention that I think could win is the 4, who had a little bit of trouble last time, but and it's Hazelwood, who I have a ton of respect for. So that's my overall thought. Jackson, before we get into the contest situation, what are your overall thoughts in a very interesting Federico Tesio. We still got 10 minutes.
Yeah, kind of a weird race where the 10's definitely the horse to beat, but wasn't like overly impressive last time. He did get a really easy lead and was all out to win. Obviously, the 2 was another one who was really impressive when breaking his maiden at Turfway, but it was going one turn. It was on a completely different surface. There's just enough question marks where I wasn't completely in love with the favorites. I do agree with you about the 2 horses you mentioned. I think the 7 as a bomb is a little interesting. And then the 4 is the horse I ended up picking on top, Wild Warrior, who had a lot of trouble on the turn. And I think you have to make a decision. Was it just a really bad field that he beat in that race? Or was it him figuring things out and he's turned a corner and all of a sudden he's a legit horse to fear? Because he looked hopelessly beaten, top like 3/8 pole, quarter pole. He was under a ride the whole time, losing ground, steadied out of there. And then they get to the stretch, he swings wide, and all of a sudden he runs everyone down again. It was just a really strange race where you kind of have to make how you want to approach him. Because if you approach it from the perspective that he turned a corner, he beat Let's Go Lando, who was a head away from beating the 10, who was going to be 6-5. So it's just a strange performance. He's a 6 right here. You're going to see him check a little bit.
Right there.
He was under a ride the whole time prior to that. I mean, you're going to see right here that he drops back to 4th. He looks done. How many races you see this where these horses they're done, they're toast, and then he swings wide and he's got to run them all down? It's a strange race.
Matt, there's a saying that I know our buddy, I guess more Jackson's buddy at this point, Andy Serling, likes to say, who he got from someone else, I can't recall who famously said it, that there's no bad trips in slow races.
Right.
Jackson, the answer to your question, I take point A. This was a slow race.
Sure.
He does gallop out well and he had trouble. So I think he was the best of that field, and he's probably the best of many others in this race. Right. Is he good enough to beat the 2 and the 10? I doubt it, but I'm going to use him in case. I mean, there's question marks on the 2 and the 10 also. And Matt, this is the kind of spot, and this is what I advise people at home. If you agree with me, you need to find spots where you have vulnerable favorites, right? That's part of what you need to do to get paid with these underneath horses, Matt. Like Jackson said, the 2 is coming off a 6 furlong race on Sin, and the 10 is a wide post with other speed. Has got to go another 1/8 of a mile. I mean, there's a lot of question marks here. It just smells of something weird happening, Matt. So that makes the contest situation difficult. Now let's focus on the contest. Let's focus. I know Matt went all into the 2 and the 10. If anyone did that, I have no problem with it at all, by the way. Zero issue. I think those are the horses to beat. Matt, from a contest perspective, I just refreshed here. Again, top 5 is really what people are shooting for. You're in 4th. Wow. It's very interesting. Joe's probably going to win, but, and he's going to win some cash, but really 2nd, I think, is the big focus now at $31.52 for a $10,000 BC seat. Your contest thoughts here, Matt, and what would you advise for people at home?
Yeah, I'm really having a hard time. There is a horse I like in the last race.
Okay.
And if I pass here, the reason I don't want to pass here is that essentially I get 2 bites at the apple. If I bet a couple doubles and I can get alive to that horse, I can bet the rest of my money on that horse. Otherwise, I can shift strategies in the last race and maybe switch to exactas because the win price probably won't be enough to get me there. So the question is, there's a bunch of questions going on in my head right now. Am I conceding first? I don't know. And I'm still not sure, because if I'm playing for top 5, I still don't feel comfortable where I'm at. I would still say to anyone trying to get into this prize pool, I would be targeting $3,200 right now, minimum. And so I've got to do something. And like I said, it's just a tough call. This is a second bite at the apple. If I can hit the first half of a double, I just don't want to waste too much of my money. So I hope that makes sense the way I'm putting that. But the pain on my face is pain. I'm usually usually sharper than this, and I'm usually more decisive. And I'm sitting here just watching the time click, and I'm not really sure what to do.
Well, I'm watching an interesting situation at Aqueduct, guys. A horse named Intellect, a really talented horse for Chad, was 2-5 and lost to a horse past the hat who but there's an inquiry.
Pass the hat. I went crazy for that horse. That was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what. He just beat a Chad Brown 2-5 off a layoff, who of course I needed in the pick 5. But there's an inquiry, and I don't think the 3's going to come down. But anyway, there was a Chad runner, by the way, that was earlier today, who finished to Gazora a year and a half ago. Really nice horse. What do we got with time here, guys? Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked myself. 5 minutes. Okay. Jackson, you obviously are very much. Whoops. Why is that happening? Let me see here. Where are you? You are very much in the mix. You got 1172. You stated you're trying to get to second. Ideally, there's one race after this. Again, you don't have to give up your contest strategy, but your thoughts as much as you want to give them.
I decided about 40 seconds ago. I remembered my handicapping from earlier in the week that I spent about 3 hours in the last race and decided I know absolutely nothing about the last race. And I at least have some sort of opinion here, so we're going here. What am I doing in this race? I still haven't quite figured it out, but we're going.
Okay. Is this? Do you feel the need to maybe go all in here, or you can make a play that you don't need to go? You're going to go all in.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right, Jackson, to go all in. Good luck, Jackson, with whatever you're going to do. Matt, your target is still second place, I would assume. I mean, you're only 1,100 behind. With the last race being a cluster, it just feels like a lot of people might do what Jackson is doing in this race. Not that this race isn't a bit of a cluster too. Matt.
Yeah. So who's going to win? I need one.
What am I, Kardak? What is it, Johnny Carson?
Come on.
Where's my envelope? There's another reference for the that the youngsters would have no clue about here. Hold on a second here.
Oh, you can take out the yellow pad for that and hold it up here now and do the same thing. That's cool.
My gosh, I don't have an envelope. It's such a bummer. Jackson's like, an envelope. What is he talking about? Anyway, I need that feathery hat too that Johnny used to wear.
It's like a donut, a policeman,
exactly.
and a pen. And like he opens it up and it's like, what are okay, I'm not fast
Matt,
enough.
if I had to go with a bet, I'd go with the 2. I would trust that Maker can stretch this horse out, and I think he's talented. If you ask me if I, as Noah likes to say, gun to head, it looks like they're leaving up the 3, which I knew they would, which is really annoying for me, which is sort of par for the course today. But I've known to make comebacks later in the show, Matt, as you well know. Yeah, they're going to keep up past the hat. Past the hat just won at 6-1, Matt. So there you go. I think the 2 is going to win this race. If I had to guess, I'll go 2-7-10, Matt, or 2-7-4. There you go.
Okay.
Just punch it in, cold punch. Go to 10,000. Someone cold punched an exacta last week that did okay. I don't know. Anyway, very tough. I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys think. Actually, Matt, I'm going to mute you if you don't mind. I'm muting both these guys. Let them contemplate what they want to do. If you guys want to go off screen for a minute, feel free. But I'm going to keep you on screen. Completely up to you guys here. Let me go back to the. Let me make sure we don't miss the race here. Hold on one second, everyone. I need to make sure I'm hitting the right buttons here. Oh, I got to refresh now. All right. Hopefully we have a few minutes, I hope, right? Okay. Hold on one second, everyone, because I've got to, I lost my screens for some reason. So hold on one second. Okay. I have to log back in. What just happened? All right. Hold on, everyone. I got to log back in here. What's going on? How much time do we got? Well, I just muted you guys. Sorry. What do we got time-wise, guys? 1 minute.
A minute.
All right. I think we're okay. All right, we're back. Whew, that was a close call. All right. Let me bring up the sound is on. So
can you yell at me when they're going to the gate? I'm getting these back.
Of course. Yes, Jackson. Yes. All right. He's still thinking. They're circling behind the gate right now. Looks like the outright.
Approaching the starting gate for the Federico Tesio Stakes.
You hear that, Matt? So you just, okay, you guys are, all right. They're approaching the gate, Jackson. No one's in the gate yet, but they're approaching the gate. Right now, the Taj Mahal, the 10, is a soft favorite 2-1, 5-2 on the 2-horse Volendam. Let's Go Lando for Paco, a horse I don't love, 4-1. Wild Warrior at 5, and Classic Nofty, my long shot play to at least finish underneath, is currently 10-1, as they were approaching the gate and now they are circling again. So they're giving Matt and Jackson more time to figure out, how do I win $10,000 today? That is the question. We're also going to go back to Keeneland, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, after this race, we're going to take a short break, give everyone a chance to stretch their legs. I'm just seeing how much time is left here in the Keeneland race, which, let's see here. Okay. Why is it say, all right. I don't know how much time is left in the Keeneland race.
The horses have reached the starting gate.
Okay. 8-5, 3-1 now are the odds.
Okay, I just shoved.
Wow. Okay, Matt shoved all. So both these guys are shoving. Wow. Good luck, guys. Whatever you're doing.
5, so $250 doubles, 2 with 4-7. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Probably not.
Beginning to load Hickson.
And $15.95 to win on the 10.
Okay, so Matt needs the 10, and you play doubles with the 2 and 10. Is that right?
Yeah. So no doubles with the 10. 10 just to win. Thank you, Brad.
Only 10 to win, but doubles with the 2 and the 10. Yes.
Doubles with the 2.
Oh.
10 to win.
Okay. How many do you have in the next race with the double?
Two horses, and I'm not going to repeat the numbers because I
know.
Should.
All right, Matt's got a 1x2 double.
Being let in,
and he's got a win bet on the 10.
Warrior.
Jackson's putting 4 fingers up.
Stakes. Wow,
and guess that means he needs the 4. I'm not sure how.
4 in various ways, yes.
A break from
mid-pack. You need 4 what?
In various ways. Win would be best.
Let's go.
Good luck, guys. Good luck to everyone.
Taj Mahal at 6-5, unbeaten and winner of the Miracle Wood.
Matt, you did say, well, I won't say. If I heard your 2 numbers in the double, Matt, I give you a thumbs up. Those are the ones I like. That makes you feel better.
Around the Laurel main track.
Tough race. Here we go.
And I'm watching my odds on the 10 crater. Like, come on.
In the gate. Bidancy there, code of silence, settling, straightened. And they're off in a Federico Tesio. Taj Mahal's being asked for speed. Will be wide to the first turn run. He wants to get over, and yeah, he's got enough speed to get over to the 3 path, now almost a 2 path, and he's made the lead. Taj Mahal's put right up top from that far outside draw, and he's rolling right along and takes off by some 3 lengths.
6-5, Matt.
Around that first turn run. Volendam will truck in second. Let's go. Lando is third, and that's another 4 lengths back. Higher Sense is in 4th position. Just the outside of a patient Wild Warrior riding the rail down the backstretch. Run now. Code of Silence follows that, followed by Close the Gate. Hickson racing to the back of the pack, third to last position. Chayton is second to last, and Classic Nofty is in the back, strung out by some 26 or 27 lengths as Taj Mahal reels off a 23-4 opening quarter mile.
That's not crazy.
Mahal going for it up front, and he's opened up an 8-length lead. Taj Mahal from Volendam and a rail riding Let's Go Lando third. Wild Warrior continues a patient 4th now, within about 11 lengths of Taj Mahal as around the far turn. Code of Silence looking to kick it in, some 8 lengths from that lead as around the turn. Back to Higher Sense, and after that is Hickson on the inside and Close the Gate, followed by Chayton, and Classic Nofty is the trailer. Taj Mahal at 1.
Wow, did he slow that down?
He just rebroke.
Looks like he's got another gear.
What a rope-a-dope.
After 47
Here
and 4
comes
half
the
mile.
4 for
6
Jackson.
a minute 14, 1/5 of a second. Taj Mahal still with the lead as they turn for home. Taj Mahal, Wild Warrior is 6 lengths behind. Volentime trying to reach and shifting in just a tad. Let's go Lando down to the inside. A fully driven Taj Mahal. He poured it on from the start, and they're just not going to cash him in the Federico Tesio Stakes.
Hand this 4 for Jackson.
Rolling home, and Sheldon Russell posing for the picture to win by some 7. Wild Warrior was second. Let's go Lando and Volendam.
10-4-5. Matt Miller hits his win bet. Jackson, you got an exacta or no?
Yeah, I already forgot how much I put on it. Let's see.
Well, you don't sound very happy for hitting an exacta there. That could be.
I agree. Jacko, that had to be fantastic, no?
Yep, $300 exacta. We good.
Wow. Okay. Very good. So both of our co-hosts here hit the 10 was 6-5. Let me I just lost the video there.
Yeah, we're good.
Nice job for Wild Warrior, finished second as we talked about. We showed the replay, Jackson. My 7 made a little bit of a run, but wasn't good enough. Just wrong pick. Underneath clearly wasn't good enough there. It was a bit of a tentative pick today anyway, but thought I'd go for it. What's that exact, Jackson?
It says 12, I think, from what I saw. So
it's a good number.
3,600. The question is, again, we have no idea. You got to believe a lot of people played the 10.
Yeah.
Wire job. Once he cleared Matt, he had to feel pretty good, especially when he re-broke on the far turn.
If you were just watching the fractional times, it wasn't like he was blazing on the lead.
No.
But that third, when they posted that 6 furlong time, oh my gosh, did he slow that down? He turned around, saw someone coming and said, all right, let's go again. And the horse was like, thanks for the 12 seconds of breathing. That was really helpful. So yeah,
Jackson, awesome call with the 4 in second.
6 to 10.
Clearly second best.
Number 4.
Yes.
Wild Warrior second.
The 2 just didn't have the distance. The 7 wasn't good enough. I didn't like the 5. 5 ran okay. I think we're going to see Taj Mahal in the Preakness, guys. By the way, not that he can win the race.
Yeah, if you win like that, I mean, you deserve a shot.
Yeah, and that's going to add speed to that race for sure. Which, by the way, is only 2 weeks after the Derby this year. Just want to mention that. We'll go to leaderboard. It takes a little bit of time though, right, guys? This leaderboard.
Yeah, we should probably head to Keeneland pretty soon. And
well, actually, there was a long delay at Keeneland, Jackson, because they declared the 4 a non-starter. Remember, I said the 4 sort of broke through the gate. There's a long inquiry. The 4 is a non-starter in race 8 at Keeneland, which doesn't really have that much an effect because the favorite did not win. It does lower the prices of everyone a little bit. What was the 4? I can't remember what the odds were on the 4. Longer price, right? I don't recall now. Well, anyway, if you had the 4 in exotics and the pick 4, pick 5, turf pick 3, you get the. Actually, there's a consolation for the turf pick 3, right, Jackson? I think.
You should, yes, yeah.
Right.
Assuming you hit the last leg, yes.
Right. I don't know the odds were on the, but anyway, the favorite didn't win. Works for me. You get $10.34 instead of 11 and change. We still have 22 minutes, guys. 22 minutes. So plenty of time, which will be perfect time to take a break after we show the leaderboard. Where do you think you guys are going to be? Any guess at all?
I'm going to be behind him. Not by a ton though. I couldn't even begin to guess if that's the spot where John Zielinski took his 2 entries and split them up. Well,
what did the double pay to the 10, Matt or Jackson?
Give me a second. I can get that.
The 7-10 double has to be a very popular double.
$6.
Oh, 6
That's
to 1.
Good. 6 to 5 or 6 to 5. Yeah,
that's actually very good.
Okay. we got some work to do still, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Jackson, what are you going to be at right now, dollar-wise?
36-ish.
Okay.
34 for me, I think, about.
Someone brought up a good point. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, because, I mean, there are 2 people. You both rocked it out there in that race. I mean, we got to play the rock music, and we absolutely got to do this. Great job, because our guys crushed that race.
All right.
Good job, gentlemen.
All right.
All right.
The question is whether someone crushed more.
Well, we're going to find out. It's going to take a little bit of time. Should we take a little break and come back, guys, with what the leaderboard says? Why don't we do that?
Sure.
All right. We're going to take about a 2-minute break. Let me just set it up, guys, real quick. Let me see. We'll be back right after. There we go. Just like it says on the bottom of the screen, we'll be back in about 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, with the final race at Laurel and the last few races at Keeneland. Stay tuned. The HHH Racing Podcast. Does Matt Miller and or Jackson Muniz, how high are they on the leaderboard? We'll find out. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Everyone, sorry there. Welcome back, everyone, to Weekend Warriors episode 33. I'm in the green room watching my good buddies Matt and Jackson. I feel like it's the New York Stock Exchange. They're both on their phone, like having intense conversations with their peeps. Let's bring them back on. Guys, fantastic job for both of you. For some reason, Jackson, I actually can't unmute Jackson, which is weird.
We were talking to each other.
Oh, that's actually even funnier. All right. Oh, here we go, guys. It updated. Did you see?
No, not yet. Oh boy, let's
look at this. Wow. Oh boy, this is crazy. Matt Miller.
Wait, I miscalculated. I clearly miscalculated something because I think it was a 15.95 win bet.
No, Matt, it's because you have doubles.
Oh, yeah, that number's going to come down. Yeah. Thank you. It's minus 500.
I don't know if I should have said that out loud, but
that's fine.
Probably not, but that's up to you guys. So
it's my no. You know how transparent I am. So that number.
Well, but there's other people involved here, Matt. So a lot of people involved. Okay, well, whatever. There you go. Yep. Repealed. So whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say a word. That's
Matt. Check your text really quick, Matt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, right now on the board, Matt's got 4,009. He's moved up to second. Jackson has moved up to third at 37.95. Andy Mulata has 32.17. Michael Mulvihill is at 29.60. Everyone can see on the board again. Top two get a $10,000 BCBC seat. The next three get NHC seats. So really, the top five. There's also prizes involved as well. I'm not going to repeat what Matt said. It's just not for me to say based on Matt's total. Both of you guys, regardless, great job. Jackson, I was just thinking that last race we just watched reminded me a lot of my Grade 1 gamble score last weekend, where the horse I needed on top was going to clearly win, and I needed a horse to get up for second or hold on for second. Eerily similar, my friend, to what happened to me last week. Just that was a turf race. Awesome job by both of you. You guys are in great shape to get in the top five, but clearly it's not over yet. There are still people, with $1,500 plus. I would say really anyone. I'll say down to 1,000 at minimum. There's still 10 to 15 more people that can easily beat you guys out of positions. But, well, that's really fascinating. I'll shut up and let you guys talk. Matt, your thoughts right now.
Just the more you talk, the more nervous I get. This isn't over by a long shot. It's not just me. It's everyone that talks about tournaments. We all stress the importance of the last race. And so, there have been people sitting here waiting for this, knowing, with a plan, sitting there just like a sniper, just waiting for this thing to walk along. Okay. I'm very glad to have made the moves we made. This is kind of,
look at the Femme Philippe. HHH is the gangsta of contests. I love it. We try to be, Philippe. We try to be. Go ahead.
So we're in the nice position here of, either way, I'll just speak for myself. I don't have to push all in here. Even if I'm trying to win, I don't think I'd need to push all in here. So the question is just how much exposure to take, trying to pass one guy and hold off the rest. And I don't know what that is. So for me, the strategy here is going to be, I'm probably going to go back to that horse I was thinking about before. And it's probably going to be some amount to win that is not going to knock me, well out of the money. And if I just get swarmed and all these people start passing me, then so be it. But I don't feel like the prize structure here is telling me just go whack someone for $4,000.
Matt, you guys, I didn't get an email because I didn't play in it. What I see right now, based on 120 entries, is $4,650 for first, $1,860 for second. That's only a $3,000 difference. Is that the prize money for first and second?
Well, $12,000 for first, $6,400 for second, $4,300, $2,000, $1,100.
You said 12K and 64, right?
Yep.
So you got a 5,600 difference. So Matt, you could, again, here's the tricky part, Matt. And we do need to get to the Ben Ali guys. There's 7 minutes. But the question that everyone has to ask themselves, and Matt especially, is okay, he can bet a decent amount to try to win, but then it's exposing himself for losing second or maybe even fifth. So this is a very tricky spot for Matt. Jackson is in an equally tricky position. He knows what Matt did. Guys, we can just say it because you said it on the show.
Yeah.
Neither one of you have doubles going forward. We don't know what people have going forward in double.
Yeah.
I mean, live, then you can win money in Matt.
Right. No, I have a dead double. I have
He has
no
a dead
live.
double. So
I also have a dead double, but not nearly as big as Matt's.
Okay.
So it's a little bit
So
less.
Jackson, real quick, your overall thoughts. Again, you don't have to give your strategy, but obviously, great job, unbelievable hit right there, fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a tricky spot because look, dude, I'm not afraid. I'm not someone that's going to be afraid of emptying the clip to go after the win if I feel like it's worth it and if I have the right horses. I also, there's 5 seats on the line too, so technically I'm in second right now. I could also just play it really conservatively and hope everyone whiffs this race and just see where I fall.
Yeah.
But that leaves you at risk of having everyone pass you. Could also play a little bet just to try to move up a little bit more. If I can try to get to 4,200, 4,500, nothing crazy, but take a little stab just to move it forward a little bit. If everyone's targeting my number and they hit, and I can move it up just a little bit more to stay ahead of them. So definitely a decision to be made in here. Just kind of have to go with your gut at this point and see what's
Really tricky. Well, we have a little time, guys. Let me see how much time we have to the Laurel race. I know it's plenty, but
15.
Okay, not a ton. And there's 6 minutes to Keeneland. Let's go to the Ben Ali and give you guys a chance to think about what you want to do. I'll leave you on the screen. If you want to mute yourself, take yourself off the screen. Just for a few minutes, guys, let's talk about the Ben Ali. Right now, you see the prices, current odds on the right side of the screen. My top choice is getting absolutely pounded. Stars and Stripes was a price spot play on the tip sheet. I didn't think he'd be 2-1 at all. I'm surprised. I thought he'd be 3-1. I just didn't think he'd be this low. He is the current favorite right now. I'll tell you what, if you like batting down, 3-1 is completely ridiculous. I'm shocked that batting down has floated up to 3-1, which makes me think, maybe he's not quite, as likely a winner as I had thought. I am very deep. The only thing I'm alive in selfishly, and everyone knows that I'll be honest with full transparency, I played Laurel, I played New York. Out of those horizontals, I'm just playing horizontals today, ladies and gentlemen, and a few verticals. Nothing huge. I am alive to Keeneland, which could be nice for me still, although no major prices yet. I'm alive to some big turf pick 3s, actually, which will be affected in the next race. And I'm alive in a pick 5, and I'm 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 4 by 8 in the next 2 legs. So, I started there with a 2-1 and 9-2 guys. So hopefully I can get into the range you guys are with a pick 5 here through, you never know. Or I could crash out. That's possible too. I like Stars and Stripes here, guys. I don't like the price at all. I also used San Siro, a bit of a price for Brennan Walsh at 11-1. I used Batten Down, and I used Rail and Roll. I'm completely against British Isles. If he wins this race, I don't know what to say. I get the Tennessee Lamb argument, Jackson. He's a little bit interesting and sneaky for Rusty Arnold. I just not sure he can beat everyone in this field. So I'm 1, 5, 6, 8 in no particular order. Jackson, what are your thoughts on the Ben Ali?
There's been a lot of difficult races that we've talked about on this show, and I feel like this one might be the most difficult of them all. Because I do feel like you can make really strong arguments against each of the 1, the 6, and the 8, the 3 logicals in the spot. But I also wasn't completely in love with the prices in this race either. Like, there's reasons to be against everyone. So not a race I want to be betting super heavily. I think if I was to play something, I'd probably try to get the 4 and 5 into the top spot, maybe try to play a double or something and do some horse of the next couple races. Or they have the pick 3 now, so maybe that. It feels like British Isles getting a little disrespected, a little overblown because of the visual. But you got to remember that Santa Anita has been a really tiring racetrack the entire winter. I mean, even horses like So Happy and everyone else, all the other impressive maidens we've had out here look like they're dying as they hit the wire. So I know the buyer was slow. The time format about 10 points higher. If you want to split the difference and make it a 95, and he's supposed to be right there against his group, he could trip out. Again, it's not a race I have a huge opinion on. I would look at him as on the pace type, and I would look at the 5, San Siro, as the off the pace type, who ran really well 2 back at Oaklawn, close into a crawling pace. He might get some pace today. And even last time, he was third to Skippy, who's just in raging form, as our good friend Skippy Couples knows all about. So no shame in finishing third to that horse. Another one whose numbers are kind of right there with these favorites. So those are the two I'd be looking at, but it's a very difficult race.
Look at the Andrews profile pick. Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cleaned up.
Go Birds.
All cleaned up and nice. He likes I believe, Jackson, you did tip out British Isles in the San Anita handicap, correct?
Yeah, that was a good day. Yeah.
That was a very good day. Thoughts on batting down, Jackson, and now I would say more of a lukewarm 5-2.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting him to be favorite. If he's going to be 5-2, 3-1, I don't think he's as bad of a bet, because the problem is I thought he was going to be overbet off of that soft trip going a mile and a half, where it's just completely different than the circumstances are going to be today. The other way you can look at it is he's never won without the lead, at least against good horses. And I don't think he's getting the lead in this spot. So
I don't think so either.
He's fine. He's not that exciting.
It's saying the pace projector had it a average or moderate pace, but I think the one is going to go a little bit. I think Awesome Aaron's definitely going the number 2. And I think British Isles might at least use a little bit. I don't think they're just going to hand the race to band down. I don't see that. And then Rail and Roll is a really cool horse that I've chased a lot over the years, some with success, sometimes not. Coming off a long layoff, but he likes this track. It's McPeak. He likes distance. If it gets a little bit heated, it might need a little bit of a pace meltdown, but if it gets heated up front, obviously Rail and Roll is has a big shot here. Let's see what Philip Boy says. 2 for 2 on our show with top picks of Keeneland Howard as well. Can I go 3 for 3? One can hope. Who do you have here? I'm trying to remember who Andrew likes. Is it Batten? I don't think it was Batten down. He was on with me for this.
He likes British Isles.
Oh, he likes British Isles also. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if British Isles wins, that would be a problem for me selfishly, but look, wouldn't be the first time. All right, let me go to the here we go. They're loading actually. Here we go, guys.
Zero.
Good luck to everyone.
Awesome Aaron.
In the Ben Ali Stars and Stripes. USA.
Tennessee Lamb.
2-1 from the rail. Not Junior, because he's at Oaklawn for obvious reasons. If San Siro wins, guys, this pick 5 for me is going to get extremely interesting. Actually, if I could just beat with 5 or the 8, but
British Isles approaches.
Let's get the one on for our tip sheet players, Matt. How's that?
That would be great.
Okay.
Here's Guns and Glory with those blinkers going into the gate. Rattle and Roll, the last one, walking up. Goes in, they're at the post. They're off in the Ben Ally Stakes. There's British Isles and Batten down between horses, and Awesome Aaron is there toward the inside as they move by the stands the first time. Batten down comes forward, has the lead well before the move into the first turn. As Awesome Aaron goes second, Stars and Stripes is third, and is joined by British Isles, who's fourth up on the outside. And then Guns and Glory, who goes fifth just outside of Tennessee Lamb in sixth position. Rattle and Roll is away running in seventh, 6 lengths off the lead, stays outward from the rail for the move around the first turn, and San Siro is last. Opening quarter went in 23.93 seconds. Batten down is the leader. Batten down leads it by 2 lengths. Awesome Aaron second by 3/4 of a length. British Isles goes third 3/4 of a length to Tennessee Lamb to the outside, and Stars and Stripes back to the inside.
Great trip on British
Rattle
Isles,
and Roll is moving to the far outside from the center of the pack. He's out in the center of the racetrack. He's 5 lengths from the front. He has moved up 1 spot around the outside of Guns and Glory as they head for the far turn, and San Siro is last. It was 48.78 seconds the time for the first half mile. Batten down the leader, British Isles to second, a length and a half, separating the top 2. Rattle and Roll is now third up on the outside, within 2 lengths of the lead. Awesome Aaron is fourth back toward the inside. Tennessee Lamb is wide in fifth around the far turn, and then Stars and Stripes is being ridden along toward the inside, looks for more running room, 4 lengths off the lead. Batten down is still the leader. British Isles, Awesome Aaron to the inside. Rattle and Roll is still lingering in fourth.
Wind him up.
Top of the stretch. Batten down is still the leader. Batten down has the advantage by 2.5 lengths off the far turn. Awesome Aaron to the inside. British Isles through Stars and Stripes and Rattle and Roll. San Siro is way out on the grandstand side. 5 lengths off the lead here. Stars and Stripes taking aim and running up for the lead. Awesome Aaron needs room. Batten Down is fighting on to the inside. Awesome Aaron dives to the rail. Batten Down, and again Stars and Stripes past the 16th pole to poke ahead in front. Batten Down fights on, but second. San Siro runs late. Stars and Stripes. Luis Saez to win the Ben Ally. Batten Down home second. San Siro third. Awesome Aaron across the line in fourth.
That applause was for our wonderful tip sheet subscribers, Matt. I'm not not exactly a monster pick, but he was 4-1 morning line. Boy, the money was good on this horse. 158 and change. Really exciting race. The odds were flipped. I thought Batten Down, Jackson, would be 8-5, and Stars and Stripes
the 8-5
would be
favorite.
3-1. There was some action in the stretch here. Let me just see. The one came over a little bit. Nah, nothing there at all. Then Batten Down came out into the one. San Siro ran a big race, Jackson. Your horse was in a good spot, just completely flattened out.
Yeah.
Didn't have it. 1, 6, 5, 2. Guys, we're looking at a horse that I think we're going to see make some noise in the handicap division. He's still lightly raced. Bill Mott, Matt, he's so good at developing horses. He takes time with them. He doesn't rush them. They just keep getting better and better and better. I can't say enough good things. And by the way, a fantastic ride by, who was that? Saez? By Saez to find room. 8-5. So nothing crazy, but congratulations to anyone had him.
Yeah, Bill Mott, it's just crazy. You look at the career body of work, and it's just nutso how the guy remains relevant constantly.
Really,
I mean, like you forget this was the cigar guy, right? With with Jerry Bailey and all that, and like through all this time, he continues to produce like this. So, yeah, amazing. I'd say the only downer a teeny bit there was the price. It would have been although you can look at it both ways, that with the amount of public support the horse got, it had to make you a bit more confident in what was going on. Being chilly on the board's no good, but all right, I'd still take it. That's still, especially if you're betting simple, a win's a win. 8-5 versus 2-1. Whatever. It's fine.
And on the tip sheet, Matt, as I'm looking at it, I also tipped out the trifecta. I had 1 over 5, 6, 8.
Nice.
Over a bunch of horses, including the 5 and 3rd. So that try is going to be, again, nothing crazy, but the, it pays. So the 8's out of there. Exciting race. Really, really good race there for sure. All right, let's get back to, I think, the main focus of the day, frankly, right now, which is the Laurel contest. There's 3 minutes to post. The odds right now, the 4 is 7-5. The 7 is 5-1. So I'm just looking at another screen right now. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let me show right now the current leaderboard. You want to get in the top 2 for a BC seat. 3, 4, and 5 get an NHC seat. Yours truly is going to the NHC in Vegas. That happened for me last week in 27. I'm very excited about that. I will just talk about my opinion handicapping wise in this race, and then you guys can chime in on whatever you want. I don't like these kind of races. It's 5.5 furlongs, 30 down to 24. I thought the 4 and the 7 were the horses to beat. I think I prefer the 7 a little more than the 4, but the 4 is taking a lot of money. My backups, so I prefer 4 and 7 here. My backups in my dead pick 5 in this race were the 2, 3, and 5, which, again, are pretty big prices, especially the 2 and 3. The 5, not so much. The 5 is taking money here. This is a very tricky board right now, Matt and Jackson. It's basically the 4 or anyone else. That makes it difficult for people that are coming from behind. Matt, I'll have you go first. Again, either your sort of play, your general thought on your play and what you're doing here.
2 minutes to go and still completely undecided.
Okay, I'll let you think. I'm not going to press you.
No, it's really okay. I mean, talking it out is fine. I could shove a win bet on the favorite and not get first, so that's out. This would be a great race to just take 3 long shots at 6-1 and split my $4 grand amongst them. there'd be no question I'd be getting second at that point.
Is there any way to block here, Matt? Is there's too many horses?
Too many horses. It's just too many horses. You can block the favorite, but this group of bettors these days, there's just not a lot of people that shove $3,000 on even money shots or 7-5 shots. Thank you very much. And so as I'm talking it out, my sense is I am probably going to concede first at this point, and try to, like we talked about with you last week, pull out the pitching wedge and, advance this, just plop it up another 90 yards or so and see if it's good enough.
Jackson, I don't know if you've made a bet yet, so this is going to answer the question, but I'm assuming you don't want favorites here, or you do?
Well, the issue is you don't know because there's a lot of people that have, $500 left still who need to get to where we're at, which is the $4,000 range. And if they are going to be aggressive, it's not that crazy to think, oh, let's just bet it all on the 10-1 shot and see what that does for me. Or let's just bet it all on the most logical exacta that's going to pay 10-1 and see what that does for me. There's so many options in this race because looking at this board, I mean, I was kind of hoping these will pays would clear things up and everyone's going to be on this or they're going to be on that, or this is where I need to be. It's just not how this board has shaken up.
No.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. What should they do? Put it in the pit, guys. They're loading in the gate. You have about 30 seconds to put in what Matt or Jackson, should they bet? Should they sit? Who should they bet it on? Fascinating. Good luck, guys. I wish the best for you here. I wish you both could get a BC seat. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but we would take a BC, NHC, and cash. No matter what, guys, you've had an unbelievable tournament. Congratulations to both of you, no matter what happens. Here we go, Laurel, the last race. Who is going to the BC? Who is going to the NHC? Who's getting some cash? The last race of the previous preview contest, sponsored by TWINSPIRES. Dave Rodman with the call.
Jacko, what'd you do?
Nothing.
And then
really?
Breeze.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I can't remember. I think I put 200 to win on the 4. So I'm in all seriousness, and I'm saying it before the race.
For a moment, Edwin Gonzalez.
I'd like an NHC seat. And so my sense is the decision is going to be made for me, and I'm not going to get first or second. If I do, I'm obviously going to take the BC, but I'm kind of hoping deep down 3, 4, or 5 here.
Halfway in.
Okay,
if you guys get 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 4 and 5, I'll save a table for you at the NHC. I got one reserved, my guys.
I know you're there already. It's amazing.
I'm already there. Good luck. Jackson is sitting. Matt is doing a small win bet. This is a come and catch me. I don't mind it, guys. If someone beats you, God bless them. They're great call. Here we go.
And it's second finish.
So Jackson, do you want the price or you want a big? What do you want to see happen here?
No idea. I'm just going to enjoy and watch.
He knows now he probably doesn't want the 4, but it's at least to a friend.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Very fast, quickly clears off by almost 2 lengths from Serene Spirit and Granny Wellaway running in third position. Midnight Love Affair in the second flight chase. Then Turkish Breeze is out there 2 in the red cap. Shuffle back just a tad. Pass by Ballykeefe. Ballykeefe is advanced.
4 and 5 are both getting shuffled back a little bit here. The 4's got a lot of run.
Early speed about 3 deep at the turn. 8 lengths from the front runner.
7 doesn't look like he's winning.
Is second to last at this point, and Hidden Corey is the trailer. What are we doing? Pouring on the speed. The lead is 3 lengths from Serene Spirit in second. Ballykeefe on the outside. Granual ground saving top of the lane. In between horses is Midnight Love Affair as they turn in.
4 is a winner, guys.
Plenty to do at the back of the pack there. We have Turkish Breeze, a furlong left to go, and Serene Spirit is trying to reel in that speed. Here's Chit Chat on the outside. Chit Chat. Jorge Ruiz Jr. It is Jorge Ruiz, rather, on Chit Chat, giving them something to talk about. Chit Chat.
Oh, a little Bonnie Raitt reference. How about that?
Jorge Ruiz.
Well, the chalk 4-2-3. My 2 bomb backups finish second and third. Well, Matt, good job on the win bet.
Thank you.
So you're probably thinking I wish I did more now, but easy to say after the fact. Jackson, I don't know. I have a bad feeling it's not going to be good for you. And when I say that, I don't mean you're going to lose an NHC seat. It's just, and again, I loved in your position, Jackson, but
So
I think the favorite is probably not what you wanted there. Probably.
What was so tricky about that spot is if the guy in first was at 5,000 or even 6,000, I'm gonna think so much more about betting there. But because he was so far ahead, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense in a race where I
right. Well, also the people that are behind you. I'm sorry, I stepped on you. Go ahead.
No, I had absolutely nothing. And like I said, I was hoping the tote would clear things up. And I guess the favorite winning maybe indicates it did, but I didn't really get that vibe looking at the wheel pace and everything. So I don't know.
So two things that I think might be problematic, Jackson. You pointed out one is that if people are just trying to shoot for you and Matt, they're really not that far behind. Number one. Right. Number two, guys, that double was 11-1. That was chalk, right? Yeah. 8-5. Granted, not easy races, but 11-1. I think we're going to see some major movement here, and I really hope you guys, at least one of you, gets a BCBC. We'll see. Matt's shaking his head no. Wow. It was 4-2, 3-5, 6. 4-2-3, 2-1 over 9-1. Exacta people could have, I suppose, over 10-1. The try would be hard. The 5 is out of the money, and the 7 is out of the money.
Exactly.
Which may be good for you guys.
Exactly. That second and third horse, those are two of the longer shots in the field, actually. So, it's possible people have that, but I think there were other combos that would have been way worse. So,
but people that needed a price underneath the 4, the Exacta paid $25 for $1, Matt. 4-2 Exacta.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's we talked about all these. You could have easily taken the 3,000 I had. I mean, so I was dead to 500 of doubles there. So I had $3,000. So first off, no regrets about not betting more to win, because honestly, $8,000. Yeah, that would help quite a bit. I'm not poo-pooing that, but it wouldn't have gotten me a win. So I would have had to resort to exactas or tries. This doesn't seem like a combo that I was likely to land on. And so realistically, I think I pretty much maximized my outcome. Jackson, I hate to say this. I quite literally calibrated my bet amount to try to pass you by about $20.
What you're supposed to do.
So if you really bet 0 there, although I think you said you were dead to a small double anyway. So this otherwise would have been kind of gross potentially in terms of how close it got.
I'm finishing at 3,700 on the dot. I bet 2 shell minimums on the 6 and 7, and they weren't close. So
I am at 4,034.
Okay. And you know what's great about these two guys? Not only are we all great friends, but it's a contest. I mean, we're trying to win big money here, and we're certainly not going to ever collude, and we sure as hell aren't going to collude live on YouTube. So these guys play to win. I guarantee you that they didn't talk about what they were going to do exactly for sure. Obviously, they didn't.
We talked about Oaklawn, where
we did talk about Oaklawn.
He's entered at Oaklawn. That's what we were talking about. We knew we weren't going to be talking about Oaklawn on the show.
Yeah.
Is there a race at Oaklawn today? That I heard there's a pretty big race today. Anyway,
just real quick to follow up to what Matt said about him. Like, he bet $200 on the 4 to catch me, and I would tell you all day, if he had the 4 and I had the field, I felt pretty damn good about that, about my chances of him not catching
in that race.
And it just, it hit. Okay.
Yep.
Whatever.
Guess on how long. So don't go anywhere, folks. Here's what we're going to do. The plan was to end the show at 6 Eastern. Matt, I know you're very hard out, correct? At 6 Eastern,
oh my
right?
Gosh. If they don't get this updated in 13 minutes, I am going to be so mad. Like, I really do have to go in 13 minutes.
No doubt. What we're going to do, whether you guys have, whenever you have to leave, we are going to show the next race at Keeneland, which it's a little bit late. It's 16 minutes. So we're going to go 10 minutes over our scheduled time. I know Matt won't be on the screen. Jackson, if you can and want to stay, fine. If not, that's totally cool. I can take it home. But don't go anywhere, folks. We're absolutely going to show the leaderboard here live. We're refreshing. It does not refresh quickly like it does with TWINSPIRES. I'm going to guess 5 minutes, legit 5 minutes, I would say it's going to take. Again, these guys are fighting for a top 2 in the BCBC live here on the HHH Racing Podcast. Top 2 gets them a $10,000 BCBC seat. I'm sure look, if they get in the top 5 at the end of the day, I'm sure they'd be very, very happy with that as a goal. 3rd, 4th, or 5th would be an NHC seat. I mean, it's hard to speculate, guys, but 11-1. So you're at what, 4,000? You said, Matt?
A little above that. Give me 1 second.
Which is what it shows on here. So if people are pointing to 4 for the BCBC, I mean, certainly they don't have to go all in on doubles. They don't have to go. The 4 was 2-1. Is that right?
Yes.
So if someone had 1,000, 1,500, 3,000, yeah. So Pete these people in here could have, in theory, gone all in on a win bet on the 4 and beaten you. Correct, Matt? I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So, but we have no idea. We really don't know what people are going to do. I definitely don't think you guys wanted chalk there at all. I know it will help Matt for 200, but and there's nothing you can. What are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about it. It does take out people that are in 30th through 50th place kind of thing, most likely, unless they crushed a straight exacta, which of course is possible. Joe Aurelio probably won, you would think.
Oh yeah.
Very exciting stuff here. I'm keeping my eye on Keeneland too, because
if he didn't win, that'd be
crazy.
Oh my God, just heartbreaking. What's he supposed to?
Well, because Andy could have bet all in on the 4, right? I know we didn't, but he could have.
Sure,
could have.
And I don't know, did he pay $6 flat or 6 and some change?
It was like 620. It didn't pay enough, so that's why I said before. Truly, no regrets on not betting heavier to win on the 4. It wasn't going to get me to the win at least.
Everyone put in the chat, how do you think they're going to finish? Matt, just put a number. Just put a number next to their. Just put like Matt 2, Matt 3, Jackson 2, Jackson 3.
Don't do this to us.
Don't do it. Okay.
No, it's fine.
I can create a poll. Where did Matt finish? Should I do a poll, Jackson?
No,
we can do it now. No, I'm not going to do it.
Let's talk about that Oaklawn race, Oaklawn Handicap. There's a big horse. There's a big horse running in it.
Yeah, well, that's not for a while though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not till later, like 6:20. All right. Well, while we're waiting, let's talk about Keeneland then. I'm not going to keep refreshing on screen. If you guys see a change, please let me know and I'll bring it up right away. But just for the crowd there listening and watching, don't say where you finished. Just say leaderboard's up or results are up or whatever. Let's talk about the Elkhorn Stakes, Grade 2. I am very, very deep in this race, guys. I thought this was look, Nick Severs, by the way, in the chat.
Yeah, what's up, Nick?
Nick Severs with a Mulvihill with a big double here feels very possible. What's up, Nick? I think that I would agree with that. There you go from Brad. Thoughts? That'd be nice.
No. I genuinely, for me at least, at NHC would be great. I'd be thrilled if I'm going to guess we're 4-5. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Anyway, this is a very, very difficult race, guys. Burnham Square is my play of the day. This horse is 6-5. That is completely insane. And I like the horse, but 6-5 is just wow. He is the sort of fresh face in this division. Ran huge last year. That last race obviously was a complete prep. And I'll tell you what, guys, the who's the name of the 7 that won at Laurel that I didn't like at the price?
Motion.
Okay. Talk about a live race, Jackson. Burnham Square's coming out of that race, right? Chapman's Peak already won out of that race. Yeah. That race is super live. I think Burnham Square makes a lot of sense, not at 6-5. I am very deep, guys. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 horses in the late pick 5. I have 5 horses in the turf pick 3 for $3. And I have Burnham Square, guys, for a $15 turf pick 3. But there's not been a lot of prices. Let me just see what I'm alive to, just out of fun here. Okay, not much at all. Wow, oh wait, is that right? Wow, these turf pick 3s are awful. Okay. I'm alive to $420 to the 6. Okay. I mean, I only put in 150. There's others that are much bigger prices.
The worst feeling. You're like, oh, this price is terrible. Oh well. Like, oh God.
Well,
the worst.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm alive to others, but again, it's been chalky. So what are you going to do? I'm much more interested in the late pick 5 at this point. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have the 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, including Anagata. That's one you like, Jackson, 7-1. Although the turf is not really that yielding, as it turns out.
No, I think he's got a shot either way. I think he ran well enough at Gulfstream, and he ran well enough at Sam Houston on two completely opposite ends of the spectrum as far as the turf course went those days. So I think he should be able to handle anything. He's run fine at Keeneland before. He just feels like the horse that really thrives going the mile and a half. I mean, it took him the entire 12 furlongs to win at Sam Houston, where he really pulled away the final 50 yards, 100 yards. And then I felt like the same thing kind of happened down at Gulfstream, where yes, I know he got a really good ride and good trip, but he was in the stretch. He hit the stretch. He's just kind of idling. He's idling. And then again, like the final 50, 100 yards, he finally kicked into gear and got going too late. That was going 11 furlongs. So getting back to 12 should do him some good. He's paired with those Beyer tops. He's a 4-year-old that's on the improve. He just feels like the alternative fresh face in this race to Burnham Square, who's 6-5 right now. And I got to tell you, looking at these will pays, I don't think he's going to go much higher. He might even go a little bit lower. I mean, he is absolutely murdered in the pick 3 right now. It's not even close to the next horse.
Yeah, he's definitely taking money. Everyone's having a very difficult time of who to use other than Burnham Square. I don't like Grand Sonata here. I actually picked him last. Matt, were we live when Grand Sonata won for me? I think we were.
I think
at
we
Gulfstream last time.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Had him off the layoff. I don't like him nearly as much here, although it is second off the layoff. But there's a bunch of horses coming off layoffs. There's a lot of older horses in here. It's why I wanted the younger, fresh face. I've always been a bit interested, Jackson, in Utah Beach. I've chased this horse a few times with some success, usually at prices. I like Ben Curtis. I like the complete non-effort line because people dismiss that. I do. I really do like the non-effort there. To some extent, from a betting perspective, obviously, I'm thinking Walsh isn't going to put him in here if he's not ready, Jackson, or they would rest him up, or something happened. Clearly not. We're ready. Okay, we're ready. Looks like, and Matt looks like he's happy. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Let me refresh. What do we got?
5, just like I said, Bucko. Nice job, Jacko.
Jackson by $18 gets an NHC seat. Wow. Just as you predicted, Matt. 4th and 5th. Congratulations, guys, in the top 5. Well, we have our table for the NHC, guys. There we go. The 3 of us. Wow, that is awesome. Jackson over Michael Mulvihill by $18 freaking dollars. Unbelievable. Matt, you finished in 4th. You would have, if you didn't bet the 200, Matt, you would have finished 5th,
6th, 7th.
Woo, Nelly!
You needed that, right?
I needed that. That's unbelievable. That's
unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, from Cliffy Shades, what's up, Cliffy? Jackson, I don't know your exact contest career. I mean, I've been involved with you for a lot now. That's got to be the best sit I think you've ever had.
Probably.
Would that be fair to say?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, if he bets $20, ladies and gentlemen, and loses, he's not going to the NHC. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually amazing when you put it this way. and then I really do have to run.
Yeah.
You just watch this entire tournament. I mean, it's kind of like these 1.5-mile races coming down to a photo finish like this. It's almost ridiculous that his decision to sit, if he had wasted $1. Right. Realistically, if he had made any bet, he would have bet himself out of position. And I had to make, right, I'm saying this with a smile on my face, like some genius $200 bet. Like, and yet, yeah, if I didn't, it would have been a huge problem. So just trusting your gut on whether you're safe, whether you're not safe. Yeah, it's crazy that something as simple as a $200 bet made all the difference, and as simple as not betting $25 on some other horse made the difference for him. That's crazy.
Cash prizes too, correct?
Yes, not amazing, but thrilled and grateful.
What do you guys get for cash?
4th.
And by the way, for that, it's a crush. No music.
We'll take that. All right, cool. All right. 2,000 and 1,100.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that at all. Very happy.
Wow. I'm so proud to have you guys on as co-hosts. It's so cool. And we have hundreds of people watching. if anyone's interested in contests, this is the place to be. I mean, in real time, some of the better contest players in the entire world were having these conversations. You guys both made excellent choices, even with the favorite winning. Jackson, just $18 is that's just crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
and you sat.
Look, you played the contest enough, you're going to find yourself on each end of these plenty of times. And I've been on the opposite end where you lose by a few cents. I've been where you win by a few cents.
Awesome.
And just really lucky that it happened to be on the winning end of one of the bigger ones. That means a little bit more. So
congratulations.
We'll take it, Ron, and congrats to everyone else that got on the top. 2 people passed us. I didn't see what they did.
Absolutely.
Yet. That's pretty impressive as well.
Well,
yeah, I'll put it.
I really got to go, but John
I know you got to go,
Zielinski,
Matt.
Yeah,
he is one of them. That guy he was the guy that was playing the stuff
right
identically, and he did separate them and land one of them in second. All right, I got to hang up. Thanks to everybody for rooting. Super fun day.
Congrats, Matt. Take care. Enjoy the dinner. All right, bye-bye. All right, Matt Miller, BCBC champ, champion of God knows how many turns at this point. It's completely ridiculous. Jackson, you are the man. That was really exciting. I was worried for you, to be very honest.
I was too.
If you had made a play, and you're a very honest guy, if you had made a play, what was your thought of doing there?
Like to go, well, I bet a $50. I had to bet $50 in that race because I only had 4 minimums. So I bet 2 show bets at 25 each, and they both lost.
If you had to make a bigger play.
Yeah, it would have been some kind of win bet to get me over 4,000, but it wouldn't
would have been on the 4. You don't know.
I had absolutely no opinion in that race. So
fair enough.
That's what I would have done, and I would have still not been second anyways. So it was the right decision.
Great job, man. Well, I'm sorry you guys are joining me in Vegas. Not that that wouldn't have happened eventually because you had a long time, but you never know. I I didn't qualify last year.
Right.
I don't play nearly as many turns as you guys do. It is raining at Keeneland now, just in time for the big turf race. I'm sure it's listed firm. It's not going to change. It doesn't look like it looks more like misty, to be honest. We'll bring on the sound, and then we're going to end the show here, Jackson, after this race. You can take a deep breath, my friend. That's what a $5,000 day. How much total?
Cash is going to be about 48. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Plus the seat. So good day.
Great job.
Good day.
I just lost this happened a few times, ladies and gentlemen. I lost the, I don't know what's going on today. I just lost the video. Sorry, guys. We're not going to miss it. Just give me a second. Again, who are you going with in this race, Jackson?
I'm going to put a small win bet on the 12.
On the 11.
The
12, sorry.
And Anagata, Flavien Prat, Maker.
Oh.
We'll see what happens.
Can't do that, everyone.
The horses have reached the starting gate for Keeneland's 10th race, 41st running of the Visit Lux Elkhorn, Grade 2.
This is a weird situation, Jackson. If you're me, what do you want? If the favorite wins, I win about $300, whatever, in the turf pick 3, but that really lowers my pick 5. Or I could just not win much at all in the turf pick 3 and be alive to a much bigger pick 5, but I only have 2 horses in the last. I think I'll take my chance with the pick 5. I think I want a price here, right?
I'd agree. I mean, you're going to break even if the favorite wins here, like
in the pick 5.
Overall,
yeah.
Overall, you're going to make a few bucks probably.
Oh, yeah, make a few bucks. I mean, I would like to see the 5 win.
Yeah, you're probably cheering for price. It's just the way it.
Yeah, 2, 3. Let's see. What's the biggest price? 5, 7, 5 or 7. I think you're 12. Well, you said the 12 was low in the pick 3, right?
I was saying the 6 was super low, but the 12 is getting bad.
Yeah, probably the 2, 3. I'd say 5, 7.
Moving into line.
Well, the 7 was 5 to 1 more line, I think. I want 2, 3, or 5 would be best for me in the pick 5. Anyway, good luck, everyone. The last race of the day here on the HHH Racing Podcast. We're not going to be on for the Oaklawn Handicap, which is not for another hour and 10 minutes or something.
Look here at Burnham Square and also Fleetfoot.
Very quickly, Oaklawn Handicap, who do you like?
I hope journalism wins. 1, because I'm a West Coast guy, and 2, because I just think it'll make the rest of the year so much more interesting if we actually have a real rivalry between these 2 superstars.
SBO goes in.
That's what I'm cheering for.
I think he's got a big shot. I think he might win.
Elkhorn.
All right, Burnham Square. Let's see, 8-5, which is unbelievable to me.
Utah Beach, Navy SEAL.
It's the Elkhorn, Grade 2.
Reciter. Grand Sonata. Freedom's Way walks up. Fleetfoot. Tesio backs out of the gate.
Number 2 is acting up a little bit.
Number 1, Padiddle backs out.
Yeah.
They're backing out.
They're getting a little frisky with the rain, I think, Jackson.
Yeah, doesn't look good. Is he getting on? Is he taking it off?
There's backing out now as well. Update in a moment.
Nope, we got back on.
Now we got an update. Something happened that they're off camera here. We don't know with whom. I'm guessing an inside number, ladies and gentlemen, if I had to guess.
Yeah. All right, I have to go pee so bad. I'll try to make it back.
Number 1, Padiddle.
They scratched the 1. All right.
The advice of the state veterinarian, the stewards are scratching number 1, Padiddle. Windows remain open.
Okay, the number 1 is scratched. That really should no real factor in the race. I guess he could have shown speed, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson may or may not be able to come back here. And if he can't, that's completely fine. Unbelievable day here on the HHH Racing Podcast. Last week, I had a big day with the Grade 1 Gamble, finishing 11th and a 5-digit cash. Today, our 2 co-hosts finished 4th and 5th with a lot of people in the contest. I don't know how many, but over 100. And right here on the show, we had the 4th and 5th place finishers. They both got NHC seats. Congratulations to Matt Miller and Jackson Muniz, who are going to the NHC along with me in 27 as they accomplished that feat at the Preakness Preview Day. We've sort of given short shrift to the they're just behind the gate right now. Let me go ahead and turn the sound off for a second. I haven't shown much of the TWINSPIRES Keeneland contest because we were so focused on the one that they were in. But here it is on screen here coming up right now. You see what it is right now in real time with 2 races left. I think the top 8 here will get a KDBC seat. So very close here right now. The top 8 get a KDBC seat. Blake is still in the lead right there at 22 and change. So we'll see what happens there. Let me go back to Keeneland. Again, everything is fine. They're getting the 1 off the track. As it looks like it's a mist. Doesn't look too bad with the rain. They sort of dodged a bull today, frankly, at Keeneland. And they're circling in behind. And having small internet issues here. Let's see if we can clear that up. Oh, hold on 1 second. Got to go to Keeneland. Again, they haven't even loaded yet. So bear with us, everyone. We'll wrap up the contest conversation as well. We still got a ton of people watching, listening. We appreciate it. And when they start loading, I will turn the sound on again. Exciting day. Put in the comment anything you'd like to see different with our Weekend Warrior shows, things you like, things you dislike. We'd love to hear people commenting on what you think. I see a small bet on Utah Beach for Cliffy Shades. All right, they're going to the gate. Here we go.
Presider walks up. Grand Sonata awaits.
Good luck. I'd like Burnham Square or a large price that I have. That's what I'd like to see happen.
Fleetfoot, Freedom's Way.
Also put in the chat, do you like White Barrio, journalism, or sovereignty today? Who do you like in the Oaklawn Handicap? White Barrio, sovereignty, or journalism? Feel free to put Y as well. They are very frisky behind the gate. Thank you, Packers 2026. I don't like your name because I'm a Bears fan, but I do appreciate the compliment.
Fleetfoot goes in.
Thanks, Packers. Jackson's back.
Burnham's
Great timing.
line. The last one walks
Very
up.
good. Here we
Anagata
go. Very trip-dependent race. Good luck with
goes under
Anagata.
at the post.
Thanks.
And they're off in the Visit Lex Elkhorn. There's Navy Seal from the outside, Grand Sonata, Utah Beach from the inside. Utah Beach moves up against the rail and takes the lead heading onto that far turn for the first time. Navy Seal, Fleetfoot between horses. Grand Sonata also right there to press the issue here early on. Presider going to move wide, try to get by some of that traffic to the inside. Moves all the way up into third, but has to go wide around the turn to do it. As Fleetfoot is now in between horses in fourth. Grand Sonata fifth. Freedom's Way is sixth. Tawny Port between horses seventh. Burnham Square saved ground around the turn, eighth down toward the inside. Then further back, Desvio is in ninth position, followed by Anagata 10th, and Truly Quality is the distant trailer here early on as they move through the stretch for the first time. Utah Beach and Navy Seal side by side for the lead. Presider third up on the outside. Grand Sonata fourth back toward the rail, and then Fleetfoot in between horses. Burnham Square moving up toward the inside carefully, tries to find some running room within 5 to 6 lengths of the lead. 24.49 at the quarter and 50.28 seconds.
How do you feel where you're at around 12? You're in last,
here
Jackson.
in this 12 furlong journey.
Yeah, it's fine. I wish it was closer. But
Navy Seal continuing
ground
in front for the lead on the second of three turns here. Presider three wide moves up again in third.
The inside should open up because there's bombs on the outside that are wide, which will they should struggle late, right? So
off the lead.
I think it's going to open up for you to some
far
extent.
outside. Burnham Square lost a couple of positions on the rail and now switches lanes off the rail, goes toward the outside up the backstretch. That leaves room at the rail for Anagata to move up for a couple of spots from last. And then further back, you've got Desvio, who shifts to the far outside, nearly 8 lengths off the lead. Truly Quality still is last. The 6 furlongs at 116.01 midpoint of the backstretch. Utah Beach and Navy Seal. Grand Sonata to the inside. Tawny Port is moving wide to the far turn, but starts moving into contention outside of Fleetfoot, who's between horses still in fifth. Freedom's Way going to have to go about 5 wide on the turn, tries to pick up the leaders. Burnham Square is still some 6 lengths from the front as they move down the far side of the course. Utah Beach, Navy Seal. Tawny Port is still in third. Freedom's Way is a wide fourth. Grand Sonata fifth. Burnham Square sixth on the outside. Just over a quarter mile to go. They turn for home. Utah Beach leading. Navy Seal up the far turn. Freedom's Way and Tawny Port. Burnham Square swings to the far outside. Fifth to fourth to third. Oh, Burnham Square runs right on by for the lead. The Toyota Bluegrass winner is in front by 5 by 6 in the Visit Lex Elkhorn. Burnham Square will win in convincing fashion. Breathtaking move off the final turn for Brian Hernandez Jr. Desvio comes from far back to be second, Navy Seal third, and Tawny Port across the line in fourth.
Wow. I mean, okay, maybe not like the best field and horses coming off layoffs.
Yeah.
Burnham Square, my tip sheet play of the day. Look, I mean, 4-1 morning line. I can't control the prices. Our plays of the day. The ROI on our plays of the day on our tip sheets, it's not just been me, by the way, have been unbelievable. I know we got a good trip. You could question the field, Jackson. Is it possible Burnham Square is going to turn into one of the better long-distance turf horses in the country, like when he faces some of the better ones from Chad and Miguel and et cetera? Or is this a little bit misleading because of the field? I mean, he did it really well, and he ran well last year as a 3-year-old on turf. I think there's no reason why this horse can't be one of the better Americans at this long distance turf division. Why not?
He crushed him. You just don't see horses win by like that margin on the grass. So I don't see any reason why he can't continue to move up the ladder. I'm sure we'll see him in New York next time in one of those grade ones that they have up there. But who are you supposed to be afraid of in that division?
I'm thinking I go to the Manhattan. Manhattan's that's not until Belmont Day, though, right? I would assume. I haven't looked at the calendar. That would be, what, 2 months?
Yeah.
That's where I would point. Why not? I mean, there might be some Euros in there. They could go to a softer spot, but why the hell not would be my answer.
The only small concern you could have is it could be a little bit of a bog. I haven't really been paying attention to the Keeneland grass today. I don't know if it just down.
No, they haven't gotten a lot of rain. I don't think it's.
Maybe not then. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Even if it was, he's run well at Gulfstream turf course. He's run well at Kentucky Downs. He's not run well at Keeneland. It's not like it's kind of a one-off thing. He's run well in all types of turf courses.
The turf's been relatively quick. They got. I mean, it's still listed firm. Maybe it's a little bit on the good side. I didn't see any clods of turf being kicked up at all at Jackson.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate effort. That's got to be. He got a 98 at Kentucky Downs last year. I got to believe this is right around that. Burnham Square. We talked about this horse a lot last year, right? As we wrap up the show, that he might be better on grass. A lot of people mentioned it. Got a little DFS Derby fever syndrome last year. Actually ran okay anyway. in a bunch of dirt races, but wow, that was, I mean, really impressive. Great ride by Brian Hernandez. Saved ground, even got shuffled back, tipped out, went 4 wide. I mean, just complete. I feel like a complete moron going 8 deep now in my pick 5, but I did single him in my turf pick 3 on my main ticket. So, you know, got a little bit there. Nothing, not several thousand. Jackson, a lot of fun today, my friend. Great job by you and Matt. Any closing thoughts for viewers or listeners on today's show or anything else that you have going forward?
The best part of the day is in about an hour and 7 minutes. I cannot wait. It's going to be, I hope it lives up to the hype, because I just hope they throw down. That was great.
Yeah, let's hope they all come back safely. I mean, it's just the first of the year, right? I mean, so if one of them is a little bit dull or whatever,
Sure.
we wouldn't be shocked if someone runs a semi-bad 3rd or 4th just because it's their first one off the layoff. Right, Jackson?
I don't think they want to lose to the other, though, is the thing. And it's not like Wide Barrio is that impossible in this race either.
No.
You should be in front.
No.
Let me ask you this, because we were talking about this with Matt Dinnerman this week. This is the biggest non-Breeders' Cup showdown since when? For this division.
It's not in this division?
Yes.
Well, I would have said the Jockey Club Gold Cup last year, but we all know what happened in that race with Sierra versus, Mind Frame, blah, 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 right?
Probably.
I would have said that race. I'll still say that race. I mean, you can't control what happened in the race. I'd say that race. Before that, wow. I mean, well.
My answer was when I went back 10 years, when California Chrome and Shared Belief faced off in some random January race at Santa Anita. I think it was maybe before the Pegasus, or maybe it was after. It was some random race they ran in. It was a huge deal, and that one was a good race too. So,
I'm impressed you pulled Shared Belief. Shared Belief's one of my favorite horses of all time.
Phenomenal.
I mean, I loved him, Jim Roman. I mean, my favorite, last thing I'll say, you can look it up on YouTube, Jackson, because it was like 2000, I don't know what year it was. When Shared Belief won, he won the Hollywood Futurity 2-year-old race in December. It was actually closing day of Hollywood's ever. He ran in that race and he won. And Vic Stauffer, friend of the show, friend of mine, gave one of the best lines and calls. And he said the Kentucky Derby might be going through the jungle. It's Shared Belief, because it was Jim Rome connection with jungle racing. I get chills thinking about it. The move that he made, Shared Belief made in that race. Everyone check it out. Hollywood Futurity. Is that 2015? I don't know the year. Yeah, look it up.
Oh, no. That would have been 13 then.
Well, California Chrome actually ran on that day also.
So
not in the same race, but ran. He was on that card. He ran.
Shared Belief was the day before when he won the Hollywood Futurity. California Chrome was closing night. They were
is that right?
Next day. Yeah. So
okay.
Shared Belief won the last Futurity. California Chrome won the last stakes race ever at Hollywood Park.
Okay, got it. Anyway, Shared Belief, great animal. A lot of fun, guys. Jackson, I'll see you in Vegas, my friend. Very exciting. For my great co-host, Jackson Muniz and Matt Miller, this has been your host, Howard Kravets, Weekend Warriors, episode 33. We will not have Weekend Warriors next week. We need to get ready for the Derby week and save our voices. So thanks, everyone. Weekend Warriors will be back either actually at the Derby, possibly, or definitely after the Derby. Crush your bets and anything else you play. Go journalism. Right, Jackson? Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.
If you have not followed his Triple H horse racing podcast, you're missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.